where everyone belongs. The Empty Keg, where Edinburgh comes together.
Thinking of selling but feeling stressed and just don't know where to begin? As Erie's senior care expert, I can make selling your home a little less stressful by personally assisting you from beginning to end. I will be there personally every step of the way. Beat your competition and list now while the housing inventory is low and the seller's market is still hot. Call D. Caruana and Associates today and put my one-of-a-kind multimedia marketing plan to work for you. Your home could be the next one on our sold list.
We tackle some of Erie's toughest and dirtiest jobs, so you don't have to. We're Haul Pros, Erie's 5-star rated junk removal service. From estate cleanouts to hoarding situations, our team delivers results you can see the same day. Families and business owners trust us because we show up prepared, handle every detail, and leave nothing behind but relief. Call today and mention you saw us on TV for $50 off your next clean out. Results first, that's our promise.
They're brand new, refreshed, redesigned, and driveway ready. The 2026 Chevrolets have just landed at Hallman, so jump in.
You're clear for takeoff.
2026 Silverado 1500 LT 4-wheel drive, 0 down, only $489 per month. Get 3 SUVs, one low price. 2025 Trax LT, 2026 Trailblazer LT all-wheel drive, or 2026 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Lease for
$299 per month.
This week at Hallman Chevrolet.
Craving something fresh, delicious, and locally sourced? At Give a Crepe La Creperie, we serve up savory and sweet crepes made with the best ingredients and crafted with care. And yes, we've got 100% gluten-free and vegan options too. Join us at our location in the heart of Little Italy. Whether you're in the mood for a quick bite or a leisurely meal, we've got you covered with cozy indoor seating, al fresco dining, and easy carry-out options. Come experience flavors that are fresh, vibrant, and made with care. It's easy to give a crepe about Erie.
It's now time for the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Let's send it down to the broadcast booth with John Leidick.
Whitney is accompanied by her parents, Lindsay and Bill.
Good evening and welcome to Linden Field on the campus of
Whitney's first
General
cheer team
McLane
was
School
the
District. As
Connecticut
tonight, the PIAA and District 10 present the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and the General McLane Lancers. Hello again, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Erie News Now Game of the Week. I'm John Leidick alongside Jamie Murphy here tonight. Hard to believe the penultimate week of the high school football regular season for some. For others, like General McLane here tonight, their final game of the regular season. And this also, Jamie, is a game of two teams that have plenty of different stories to tell coming into this one tonight. General McLane riding high on a 7-game win streak. They haven't lost since week 1. Meanwhile, Cathedral Prep comes into this one fighting for their playoff lives.
Yeah, it has major implications on the state playoffs. We're not talking really about local, but taking so many teams in their classification in the state playoffs, another loss might knock Prep out of contention at 3-5. It's difficult to compare teams in different areas, but 3-5 plus giving up a ton of rushing yards. And I think, one of these things, this matchup is about how Prep can contend with this explosive McLane offense. And that 7 games in a row weren't very close. I mean, they were all blowouts. Some of them were against really young teams, but they're putting up 70, 58, 49, 43 game after game after game. And it's no reason to think it's going to stop all of a sudden tonight. So Prep's got their hands full.
Prep certainly has their hands full. They come into this one, so to kind of break things down, I was talking and kind of getting some clarification. Tom Reisenweber of the Erie Times News and I were talking. So Taylor Alderdice moves up this year to the 5A classification. Well, there's 5 teams for 4 spots in that sub-regional round because of teams that don't have district championship games per se, like Cathedral Prep. They're the only 5A school here this year. So, again, it comes down to power points, and they're teetering right on that line between 4th and 5th. They got to try and get a victory here tonight, or maybe Farrell next week helps them, but they've certainly got some business to take care of here tonight. They haven't won since September 11th, a game on the road at Warren. They also did have that bye week, that loss of a game against Ursuline, so they come in here tonight. Meanwhile, boy, General McLane, talk about picking up where they left off and maybe even better than a year ago. They have that tough loss to Du Bois to open the season, but since then it has been flying high for this offense, who has scored 49 points or more in their last 5 games.
Their pass offense is absurd. Like, the numbers are like if you play a video game and put the skill level down to rookie and see how bad you can beat another team. They're completing 74% of their passes. That you don't see that at any level, especially high school. And yeah, there's a lot of screens and slants, but you still have to execute those plays. It's not like it's easy. They have 3 or 4 different wide receivers, 3 receivers last week at 100 yards and a touchdown. And each week, Matt Carroll's completing 17 of 21, 16 of 21, 21 of 24. He's thrown 3 300-yard games already, 346 the school record just a few weeks ago. Now, the issue with Prep isn't so much the pass, it's their defense overall. Gave up another 50-point game last week, and they've given up an average of 35 a game over the last month, and they're giving up a ton of rushing yards. So that's going to be an issue for Prep. Their offense centers around Carson. He carried the ball 33 times last week, but it's hard to carry the ball and run and run and run when you're losing. So that's where Prep would maybe want to get the ball first, maybe establish that run game, try to get the time of possession, and give it to Carson. He is such a fantastic runner, and he's 10 yards away from 1,000 on the season.
We'll see how it all plays out here tonight. This is the Drive to Kickoff presented by Hallman Chevrolet. Coming up here on the pregame show, we'll hear from both head coaches about tonight's matchup. Mike Mishler talks about the pace that General McLane plays with. Meanwhile, Marshall McCormick's group talked a lot about how much this game means. It's not technically a rivalry per se like against Fort LaBeouf, but it's had some intense matchups over the year. We'll break that all down as we count you down to kickoff here for Week 9 of the high school football season in the Erie News Now Game of the Week. The Drive to Kickoff continues here in just a moment.
Craving authentic Italian flavors? Step into Valerio's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our food is made with the freshest ingredients where every bite is an escape to Italy. From fresh and delicious pizzas to calzones, wings, soups, and many other appetizers. Not only can you get our delicious food in our 3 locations, we also offer catering services. From business luncheons to weddings, we have your catering needs covered. So bring the whole family or make it a date night. It'll be an experience you won't forget.
Valerio's, fresh from Italy to you.
Friday nights in our community mean one thing: high school football. And just like your hometown team, McMillan's Towing is always ready when you need us most. From breakdowns and accidents to roadside emergencies, McMillan's Towing has you covered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. McMillan's Towing, proud to support our student athletes and the entire community this season. McMillan's Towing, reliable, professional, always here when you need us. Call 814-897-8989.
What if where you banked made a difference? What if that bank were the only one headquartered right here, and every dollar stayed here? To empower businesses to create jobs, empower families to prosper, empower our communities to be better places. Because after all, we're in this together, and where you bank does matter. Be empowered at Marquette Savings Bank.
Plastech is a global manufacturing company rooted right here in Erie, Pennsylvania, producing parts that keep the world moving forward by people from right here in our community. A sustainable, innovative, and driven family business, all of our facilities are well equipped with a variety of technology, machinery, knowledge, skill, and talent to design, build, manufacture. Plastech is proud to call this place home.
We welcome you back to the Drive to Kickoff presented by Hallman Chevrolet. John Laddick alongside J.B. Murphy here tonight as we are at Linden Field at General McLane High School for Cathedral Prep and General McLane, the latest chapter in these two. Coming into this one, we talked to you about the fact that Cathedral Prep needs this game badly coming into this one. Let's hear from head coach Mike Mishler about tonight's contest.
All right, we're here on the 2-minute drill with the head coach of the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and Mike Mishler. Mike, 2 weeks to go in the regular season. What do you want to see from your group as they try to build towards some of those postseason habits?
Well, I mean, our backs are against the wall. There's no guarantee, that we're even going to make the playoffs. So we have to, come out like we're backed in a corner and fighting for our lives, because that's where we are at this point in time. And we need to win. We haven't had a win in over a month with our off week, and so we have 3 losses in a row. So we need to come out, and play against a very good football team, against General McLane, and try to do our best and get a win here. So I mean, that's what we're looking for.
How do you challenge the tempo they like to play with on offense?
Well, I mean, they're very complex. I mean, I think Coach McCormick does a really good job calling plays, and so it's first off, you got to get lined up right, to their many different formations that they run. And they have, more than just a couple targets, so they incredibly balanced. They're almost 50-50 pass and run, so we just got to make sure we're able to line up and not let any of those big plays behind us like we've been doing the last several weeks.
Donald, for me, I know it's not obviously the Prep-McDowell rivalry, but there has been an intensity to this matchup over the years. What do you make of going against General McLane in a game like this?
I'm really looking forward to it. I've gotten to know Coach McCormick, and certainly Coach Bradford was my D coordinator. Before that, I used to try to get him to recruit our guys at Edinboro, when he was head coach there. So I've known him a long time, and both those guys are good guys, and so I don't know the venomous rivalries there, at least not on my not on my end of things, but certainly there's, I know we're one of the teams that they'd like to knock off and continue their winning streak they have, but we just we just need to go out there. It's going to be certainly will be a hostile environment, and it's an away game. That's the way it's supposed to be, So I know they're fired up with the season they're having, and we've been licking our wounds lately, so we got to go. We just come back and just make it about what's going on in the field. And our 11 against their 11 anytime that we're out there. I think we just got to kind of, quit worrying about stuff and just playing prep football, and go worrying about making mistakes and just getting downhill and making tackles and run our feet on offense and, covering the guys we need to cover.
All right, that was the 2-minute drill with the head coach.
All right, so you hear the urgency from Mike Mishler and company heading into this one tonight. When we return, we'll hear from the home head coach here in Marshall McCormick, whose crew looks to continue their streak and make it 8 straight victories. The drive to kickoff presented by Holland Chevrolet continues after one final break as we lead you up to kickoff.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to make becoming a member easy. Walk in, sign up, and start saving. We tend to your needs with lower rates, fewer fees, and personalized service. 10 to joining, 10 to thriving, 10 to enjoying the benefits today. Easy to join, built for you. 10-2 Credit Union.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on. Right here, close to home.
Have you cleaned out your gutters, properly insulated your attic, and you're still experiencing dangerous icicles and ice dams during the winter months? Leon Construction can keep things flowing with our self-regulating heat cable on your eaves and in your gutters and downspouts. Warm things up this winter and get peace of mind. Call today or visit us at leoncep.com and enjoy winter this season. Leon Construction, the king of quality.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
They're brand new, refreshed, redesigned, and driveway ready. The 2026 Chevrolets have just landed at Hallman, so jump in.
You're clear for takeoff.
2026 Silverado 1500 LT 4-wheel drive, 0 down, only $489 per month. Get 3 SUVs, 1 low price. 2025 Trax LT, 2026 Trailblazer LT all-wheel drive, or 2026 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Lease for
$299 per month.
This week at Hallman Chevrolet.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to your need for a better ride with lower rates on auto loans, so you can tend to your road trips, your errands, and your savings. 10 to lower payments, 10 to bigger dreams. 10 to your auto loan today. Lower rates, smoother roads. 10-2 Credit Union.
It's hard to believe after the performance this General McLane team had a year ago that they could try and top that, but they have had the Buffalo Bills adopted mentality of everybody eats on offense, and it's led to 7 consecutive victories, but they circled a big one here tonight in what's become an intense matchup, maybe not quite a rivalry yet, against Cathedral Prep. Here's the head coach of the Lancers, Marshall McCormick, on what tonight's game brings for GM.
All right, we're here with the 2-minute drill with the head coach of the General McLane Lancers, Marshall McCormick. Marshall, your guys come into this game on a 7-game win streak, but what's impressed you most about how your team has continued to stack here?
Really just our kids are great, and the fact that everything that we throw out of them offensively, defensively, they're able to absorb, execute game plans. Offensively, we're getting so many guys involved. It's fun to see. as well as defensively. We're putting in these tough game plans, and they can, execute them to a T, and, we're playing great football right now.
Speaking of great football, what's it mean to be doing that at the end of the season? I know every coach wants to play throughout the year, but specifically getting set up for playoffs, you guys seem to be clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, for us, that's been a goal of ours all year is, maybe go a little further than last year, and that starts with playing good football and being sound and not making too many mistakes. And last week, we played well, but there was a lot we learned from it, a lot we need to do better, especially this week, playing a team like Prep. It's like it's a playoff game for us.
I know it's obviously a prestigious program, but they've at times showed a vulnerability in the run game. Is that something that you guys emphasize going into this run, just trying to get things started on that side of the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about playoff football, the one thing you need to be able to do is run the football. So that's a big emphasis this week with our guys up front, our running backs hitting some things differently, setting up some different schemes, as well as doing what we do and, distributing the ball and being able to throw it as well.
Finally for me, I know it's not an Erie County rivalry, but over the years and Coach Wells and some of the different teams, this seemed to have some intensity to it. How much do the guys look forward to a game like this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been brought up, just throughout our community. We had homecoming Saturday for Edinburgh, and that was a big talk, amongst our kids at the parade, against, up against some alumni being there, as well as talking about the Prep game and our ability to, maybe, squeak this one out on Friday night. But for us, we're looking at it as an opportunity. Like I said, to us, this is a playoff game against a very good team, and we got to execute and do what we do.
All right, that was your 2-minute drill with the head coach of the General McLane Lancers, Marshall McCormick. The drive to kickoff continues here, presented by Hallman Chevrolet.
The coin toss is underway here at Linden Field. As you see, General McLane decked out for a third year. They're wearing their pink jerseys to support breast cancer awareness. Breast cancer awareness, we know, have touched so many lives across our country here tonight in General McLane on Breast Cancer Awareness Month, bringing attention to it as well in the fight that so many are courageously battling throughout their daily lives. John Leidick alongside Jamie Murphy as we continue to count you down to kickoff here on the drive to kickoff, presented by Hallman Chevrolet. Let's get to it.
The toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff.
So GM and that high-paced offense has won the toss, and they're going to take the ball first. We'll see what the Cathedral Prep defense can do here. But Jamie, when you look at keys, I know you touched on a couple early on. What are you looking for tonight for both sides?
I'm looking for Prep to try to control the ball. They're going to have a much slower pace than McLane ever been. They're going to give it to Carson a lot, and they need to be ahead to be able to run the ball effectively. Get too far behind, obviously, as everyone knows, they have to throw the ball more. However, McLane did give up 300 yards rushing. And Meadville is an excellent team running the ball. We saw them earlier this season. They've got a lot of weapons. So Prep is seeing that, and that's their strength of running the ball. They ran, even though they lost by a large margin, gave up 53 points last week, they ran the ball for 262 yards. So that they're very good at running the ball. Their issue for Prep is stopping the run, and they've given up an unbelievable amount of points this year. So McLane getting the ball first, they're obviously going to want to go as quick as possible, and they're going to test this Prep defense that's really struggled this year on how to contain 4 legitimate threats as wideouts, which is very deep for a high school team. And McLane can run the ball, too. It's not like they can't run. So we'll get to see that right away, but 2 very different offenses.
Yeah, it's interesting because you're also, when you're on a defense for the Ramblers who will be tested here tonight, you mentioned, you don't see 2 tight ends like Corwin and Holler match up on the other side frequently throughout this one. So that'll be an interesting matchup for the linebackers and safeties coming down for this one as we continue to count you down to kickoff. That will conclude our drive to kickoff presented by Hallman Chevrolet. We thank so much to Hallman for being a big part of our game of the week each and every week. So we will get set to open this one. Sam Leone will be set to send this one away.
And Corwin and Holler were, the last time we did the McLane game, there were forces on the defensive ends, just completely disrupted everything that night against Fort LaBeouf.
So getting everything organized, it looks like we're going to have a bit of a different change here. Looks like Matthew Oblick's going to line up to take care of kicking duties here tonight, at least to start. And then we will see how things kick off here tonight as the opening drive just seconds away here. Matthew Oblick will indeed be the kickoff man for Cathedral Prep. Cohen Beachley among the two back to return. First quarter of play, week number 9, and we are underway as this one sails towards the back of the end zone. Kyle McConnell's going to pick that one up back around his own 5-yard line. He weaves and he's still moving before he is hit. A flag flies late in the backfield here, and McConnell is taken down around the 25. Will await the penalty.
Flag on the play.
And it looked like they didn't really have a deep man because they didn't think Oblick could kick the ball. He did a good job, put it all the way back to the 5. But sometimes when you get a disrupted chop block on McLane on the return. Sometime whenever you get that disrupted, unstructured return, sometimes things open up there, and it almost did, although it wouldn't have mattered because of the penalty.
So GM will start instead of its own at 25, so penalty on the opening kickoff. We've seen that a couple of times in our game of the weeks here, so they will start things off here. Just 5 seconds into action, and it'll be General McLane's high-flying offense here. We'll see what the answer is. Mike Mishler is one of those football veterans that knows how to scheme some things up. We'll see what he and his defensive crew do here tonight. O'Carroll will work out of the shotgun, and they go empty, 5 wide as they motion here in tight. And Carroll going to hand it off, going right up the gut early for General McLane there.
The ball carrier.
As Swenson gets the first carry of the night.
10-yard line.
And Cam Miller and Tucker Pilatus, both in there. The linebackers doing a good job to plug up those holes, and they know, they've watched the film, they got to be ready. There's no huddles when it comes to playing against McLane.
So 3-yard pickup, that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Lancers. And quick Caro passes. He's going to flip that one out, but it is dropped there. Kyle McConnell on the far side can't bring it in.
McConnell, the intended receiver.
And McConnell with 2 touchdowns last week, just the classic looking upfield before he got it. And that's how McLane, really kills you. Those quick outs, those quick screens, those flares, and those are really effective. I mean, they're not a piece of cake to do. They take a lot of timing, even though those are really short passes. And so that's a nice break for Prep.
So on 3rd and 7 from their own 10, McLane with a man in motion here. Go play action, and they have a man coming out of the backfield as going up the field there. Plenty of room to work before spun out at the 37. That's Jackson Kaiser for a pickup of 27.
No one picked up Kaiser coming out of the backfield. So a flare route with the halfback coming. Usually a linebacker picks him up, and they just missed him.
They're going to go quick here. As that's going to be Cohen Beachley on his first carry of the night for 4 yards.
So an excellent read again by Caro, who's obviously a very talented quarterback, to know probably when he went to the line of scrimmage that play was going to be a big gainer.
And you can see it all the way. Nobody accounted as out of the shotgun, the quick little pitch play here as Corwin's going to take the pass, and he's going to fight for 2, maybe 2 yards. He gets about a yard there on the pass play, but again, that quick little shovel pass does count as a pass nonetheless.
And I voice my displeasure every single week that shouldn't be a thing, but no, I don't think anyone cares. Corwin, 6 catches for 91 yards last week. He's a huge force. He has 37 catches on the season. He's a big person.
3rd and 6 from the 41 of General McLane. Carroll out of the shotgun with a sidecar, but he motions those 2 tight ends from left to right, as well as the sidecar. As Prep creeps up there, Carroll resets the play. Just about 2 minutes gone by here. As Caro takes the snap, rolls right, doesn't see anything. He's going to try and run for it, but a great job by the Prep defense to get the stop. A loss of 2. That's a sack, and that is going to make it 4th and 8. See what Marshall McCormick decides to do here.
Great job, Gavin Easter, Jason Harris, Matt Oblick, Ramir Wallace, the secondary. No one was open on that play. It was a good decision by Caro not to throw that ball. So not sure if they're going to pooch punt this, step a couple steps back, or go for it.
Yeah, Caro with 2 receivers split out wide, and here he goes. He'll take the step back here and get set to send it away. Caro with the punt here. Doesn't travel far, though. That one may be around the 45-yard line. We'll see where they mark it out at the 40.
Cathedral Prep takes over.
4-yard line. So that Prep with favorable field position to start things off.
Yeah, unfortunately, only about a 10-yard punt. Was trying to angle it out of bounds, went too far, and that's like about as rare as seeing like Sasquatch is a General McLane punt. That is a very rare thing to see, and so that is a huge win for this Prep defense. And now we're going to see them give it to Carson and give it to him a lot. And there's a good reason. He had 33 carries, which is an astronomical amount for a 48-minute game, but he puts up 189 yards. He gets the job done.
So Davin Friedman will go with 4 wide trips to the high side there. And sidecar to Zari Carson. Man in motion now for the Ramblers. And they're going to go play action. Friedman looking for the home run ball early in this one. Looking for Harris downfield. That's going to be way over the head there. And incomplete on the first play from scrimmage for the Ramblers.
Incomplete.
And Charlie Bennett back in there in the coverage. He just didn't allow Jason Harris to take that post lane. It would have been overthrown anyway, but it wasn't interference. He just stayed in his lane and prevented him from cutting it back to the field. Harris is a sizable advantage size-wise on that defensive back.
Yeah, it's one of those you just kind of lean on him and kind of edge him one way, redirect the route more so. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45 for the Ramblers on their first offensive possession of the night. This time they're going to go with Carson up the middle. He's crossed midfield and down to the 46 of General McLane for a pickup of 9.
And obviously I talk a lot about you got to give it to Carson, and they will. You really can't run the same play over and over. So that's a good play call to start the game, to try to maybe get McLane pinching in. They think, of course, they're going to run it on first down. It's what they do, and do a play action. So it's a good play call. It just didn't work out.
4 receivers split out, and Friedman just on the quarterback-designed run. He's going to run forward for 3 and a first down for the Ramblers.
So a good start for Prep, getting out here. And, we talked to the pregame that Prep's going to have a much slower offense, and that's just only because McLane has the fastest offense. Prep is still going no huddle. They're not going, plodding through. They're running the same type of thing. But we saw Prep struggle with this a few weeks ago of getting the plays in. They're doing a good job so far.
They've come out with great energy so far here. 1st and 10 for the 44. And Zari Carson met by a host of tacklers. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 2 on the play.
Great job by Jared Corwin, Cole Gillette, Ryan Benoit. All in on Mitch Kovsky, all in on the defensive line. That made a great play on that. And that's a great step here on first down.
Friedman out of the shotgun gets a couple of Lancers to jump across. Hollowed the first one across, but that's going to be offsides from a 2nd and 12 to a 2nd and 7.
And Caden Holder also in on that first down stop. Great play there.
It'll be 2nd and 7 from there.
So, Ramblers trying to march down the field here on the opening possession here. And boy, this was an offense that when we saw them, I believe it was week 3 of the season against Sharon. Seemed like they had the run game figured out, but it's been an up and down season so far. We'll see if Cathedral Prep can get things back on the rails here tonight, fighting for their playoffs. As Friedman going to take it, pitches it to Carson, who gets to the outside and gets all the way down to, we'll see where they mark him out, right around the 29. So that's a pickup of 11 and a first down.
And another great play call by Prep. The entire McLane defense was moving to its left and opened that whole left side for the offense on the other side of the ball. So I'm surprised they didn't get more, actually, because they had a lot of room to run over there. Good decision on the option by Friedman.
7:32 still remaining in quarter number 1. You are watching the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Thanks so much to so many that make this game possible. Touch base on the great people that are able to bring you this game each and every week. As Friedman with the man in motion here. Goes back to pass. He's looking for the long ball again. Harris has a step this time, but can't turn around and make the catch as it falls incomplete.
He had him too. He had man coverage out on the island. He had 2 steps on his defender on Bennett, and the ball just sailed on him. So that's unfortunate. That was a touchdown if it connected. I also want to mention congratulations to Zari Carson. Goes over 1,000 yards on the season, unofficially listed at 990 coming in, and I think he has about 20 or so. So good job for him, along with 15 touchdowns coming in. So obviously the focal point of this offense.
3 for 18 so far here tonight as Carson takes this handoff. Nears the 25-yard line, brought down around the 26 for a pickup of 3, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
And I would assume Prep, regardless of how long, unless they get sacked or something, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Prep has always had a history of great kickers.
The Lupo's naming.
It goes on forever.
As Friedman takes this one, pitches it, and the ball's on the ground, and it is turned over. As that coming up that time is Caden Holler. So just when the Ramblers seem to be marching towards a score, a turnover cost them the opening drive.
That hurts. They had all the momentum. They were playing well, and I don't know what's going on here. Whether they're they're ruled an incomplete pass. Wow.
Fortunate break for the Ramblers.
That is not the right call. A lot of respects for the officials. That is the wrong call there. That was clearly a fumble. We had a good angle at it. The parents are voicing their displeasure, and you know what? You got to move on. That was the call. Prep gets a break.
So stays at the 26, 4th and 7. A very experienced crew here, and again, General McLane wants to get after the quarterback, but they are called for their second offsides here of this series, third penalty of the night. And that'll make it now from a 4th and 7 to a very manageable 2.
And that, I think players are coached to not say anything to the officials, and no one from McLane is. It's tough, though, when you're playing and you don't get a call that just missed. You got to brush it off and focus on the next play. I think the players are coached well enough. They know what to do. But it's tough as a player.
See what General McLane does now here. Gives you a couple of options if you're Mike Mishler in this offensive side of the ball. Friedman out of the shotgun. He's just going to take him himself, but look at Holler coming through for the turnover on downs. Thought he had a fumble, but he gets a big sack there.
Caden Holler, what a play. He was a force and the player of the game the last time we did the game here at Fort Laboeuf. 50 tackles, 4.5 sacks on the season, and a big tackle for loss. As McLane gets that back, that missed call doesn't hurt him. So now that we get to see the offense once again.
So starting at the 23 for the Lancers this time, it's the 6:56 mark of the first quarter. And this time Caro just going to, again, the little toss, this time to Holler instead of Corwin, who gets to the outside across the 30. And he dives towards the 35. That's going to be a pickup of 12.
That's such a tough play to defend. There's really not much that you can do when a player is going in that direction. Good tackle by Matt Oblick on that to prevent that from being a 50-yard run or pass.
And Carroll looking for the long ball as he's got McConnell downfield. He's across the 50 and has to be dragged down by Matt Oblick, but not before a big pickup as he's knocked down at the 27. So 23 and 15. Give him a 38-yard pass completion.
Caro 16 of 21 last week, 3 touchdowns, and that was an excellent read and throw.
As the handoff goes to the left side here, that side. And they're going to give him probably about 4 on the play. Swenson that time with the ball.
And Caro gets a lot of his completions on those pop passes, but he can throw the ball. He can throw the ball downfield, and he makes such excellent reads.
They give him 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 here as the handoff goes to the outside. Still moving as a flag flies on this play. This one could be coming back, but
Charlie
that time.
Bennett, the ball carrier. Oblick.
We'll wait for the flag.
Defensively for Prep, there's a flag on the play.
A couple of flags flying early in this one. That last carry.
Holding is the indication against the Lancers.
Was Charlie Bennett.
And you see a holding a lot at all levels when the play is moving from, I guess, north to south on your screen, however, but right to left as an offense because the players are moving from side to side and the temptation is to pull your player. So you see a holding a lot when their players are going side to side on the field. So I didn't see it up close to who that was, but fans are still upset about that incompletion pass. So although that was probably a good call, they're still not happy.
Penalty yardage to the 34-yard line.
So that's the 4th penalty already on the Lancers. They have 4 penalties for 30 yards, and that'll set them back.
2nd and 17.
2nd and 17 now, as they'll set up from the 34 of Cathedral Prep. Bennett still the back to the sidecar of Caro's right. And he'll take the handoff before he's tripped up. He'll maybe get a yard here, and that'll bring up a 3rd and very long.
And so, Prep has to be, maybe is thinking the fact that McLane has had such enormous success over the last few months that if you get them frustrated on a couple drives, maybe they'll try to force it and get them out of their game and get into their heads. I have no idea. I'm not saying that's happening, but maybe that's the game plan, and Prep's doing a good job on defense so far.
Play, 3rd and 17.
So here we go, 3rd and 17. Motion the tight ends to the left side of the line. as Caro takes this one. Surveys the scene. He's looking towards McConnell at the end zone, but this one going to be just maybe a yard or two in front of him as this falls incomplete, right around no man's land right now for Marshall McCormick and company.
On the coverage for Prep.
And a good job on the defense on that coverage. It just wasn't there. There was no safety back there, but there was good coverage even that ball was overthrown. So it looks like they're going to maybe go for this. This is out of field goal range and deep into the territory, so it's worth a try.
Yeah, and one of those areas that if you only pick up a couple of yards, you're not hurt. What you would gain from a punt necessarily isn't going to be much more than what you would get from this play. But we'll see. Nonetheless, still an opportunity here for the Lancers on 4th and 17 from the 34. Caro surveys. Now he's got a man downfield. It's Holler, and he is in for the score. Forget 17 yards. He's going to take it all the way for 34, the opening score of the night.
On the reception for the Lancer touchdown.
And it, again, Prep lost track of a guy back there. Looks like they might have been in a zone defense and wide open. And another aspect is that they're giving Carroll a lot of time to throw. Good job by their offensive line. And when you give someone like that time to throw, he's going to find the open guy. And so that's a tough one for Prep, who's been holding this McLane offense in check. And then one mistake, they're in the end zone.
Needed just a minute and 52 seconds to do it. As this one up and good on the extra point try. And so an early lead for the Lancers on senior night here at Linden Field. 5:04 remaining in the first quarter. This is the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Back in a moment after a quick commercial break.
General McLane 7, Cathedral Prep 0.
Craving authentic Italian flavors? Step into Valerio's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our food is made with the freshest ingredients where every bite is an escape to Italy. From fresh and delicious pizzas to calzones, wings, soups, and many other appetizers. Not only can you get our delicious food in our 3 locations, we also offer catering services. From business luncheons to weddings, we have your catering needs covered. So bring the whole family or make it a date night. It'll be an experience you won't forget.
Valerio's, fresh from Italy to you.
Friday nights in our community mean one thing: high school football. And just like your hometown team, McMillan's Towing is always ready when you need us most. From breakdowns and accidents to roadside emergencies, McMillan's Towing has you covered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. McMillan's Towing, proud to support our student athletes and the entire community this season. McMillan's Towing, reliable, professional, always here when you need us. Call 814-897-8989.
Welcome back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week. 7-0 General McLane, and 2 big passing plays on that last series. 38 yards to Kyle McConnell, and then the 34-yard touchdown pass on 4th down as this kick.
Kickoff through the end zone for a touchback.
As that one sails through the back of the end zone there that time. Doing the kicking,
Ramblers take over first
kicking
and 10
duties
from
for
their own
these
20-yard
GM
line.
Lancers here tonight. Carter Sindlinger. So Cathedral Prep had some momentum going on that last drive before a 4th down stop. Caden Holler doing it on both sides of the ball. He was our Valerio's Pizzeria, a restaurant and pizzeria player of the game last time we were here at Linden Field, and already off to a great start again here tonight.
So many weapons McLane has. It's tough to account. And they have 4 or 5 players who are legitimate forces to score touchdowns. It's tough to account for all of them.
So Davin Friedman and company will resume duties here from the own 20, and Carson goes up the middle, across the 25 before he's brought down at the 28-yard line for a pickup of 8.
Good hard run by Carson. Carson put up 184, and we have an injury.
And while they attend to the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back here in a moment on the Erie News Now Game of the Week. It's 7-0 General McLane.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on. Right here, close to home.
We welcome you back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week as they tend to an injured Rambler here. I want to thank so many people that make this broadcast possible each and every week. Nova Kitchen and Countertops and Design, along with Leon's Construction, Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, Meadville Medical Center, and Plastic. They've been able to bring these games to you wherever you are watching each and every week, so a big thank you to them. We bring you back to action, 7-0, General McLane. As that time, Jack Adams, the injured member of the Cathedral Prep defense.
Yeah, and it looks like he's having a hard time getting off the field, so they're going to have to be without his services, at least for the short term, in that right tackle area. So the ends for General McLane are such a force, and it's hard enough, let alone maybe someone who is not normally at that position or a backup. So good run by Carson, though, on first down. Good gainer again, 8 yards. He hits that hole so fast. He's not a large player, but he's so quick. And, I mean, he's not a tall player, I should say, but he has a lot of muscle to him. So when he hits that hole, he's hard to bring down.
So a 2nd and 2 as we reset here from the Cathedral Prep 28. And it is Nolan D'Angelo stepping in for the injured Adams as that time trying to find Matt Oblick on the outside was Friedman, but incomplete.
That quick slant, the pass was a little bit behind him, but it's a pass I think he should catch. So it's an unfortunate drop there. Davin Freeman just 12 of 25 last week for 81 yards. So, and he's not yet really been able to connect tonight. That one, more not his fault.
3rd and 2 now. Is Carson going to take it, ram his way forward as he gets out to the 32-yard line for a pickup of 4 needed, just 2 first down for the Ramblers.
And so
Kaiser on the initial hit.
McLane or Prep trying to mix it up the run and pass. They're primarily, as we talked in the pregame, a run team. You got to set it up. You can't just run it every down. So they're doing a good job in play calling. They've not been executing as well on the passing game so far.
So 1st and 10 from the 31 here as Cathedral Prep sets up on its second offensive possession. The handoff to Carson as he barrels forward, contact right around the line of scrimmage, but able to muscle his way all the way out to the 37 for a pickup of 6.
And that's a win, and that's what you want. You want to win the down, and Prep's been doing that, handing it off, getting chunks of yardage. I think we saw that last night in a professional football game with 2 certain teams. One could not stop the run. So, but I'm not bitter. So the Cathedral Prep, though, that's good. That is a win. You're moving it down the field, and they've had a good game plan so far.
Well, neither team tonight has allowed one receiver to catch about 5 passes on one play. As Friedman loads up here, he's looking for his big threat down the field, but can't find Oblick right around the 25, and now 0 for 5 to start this one for the Cathedral Prep quarterback.
That would have been a perfect throw, and yeah, that throw was off target, but that throw was also 50 yards downfield, so that is a tough throw to make. Oblick, it was man coverage over there, and it was worth a shot. Again, setting up that run so that the McLane defense, as they say, stays honest. I don't even know what that means, but that's a phrase people use so that they're not keyed in on they try and draw them in on this run.
3rd and 4 from the 37 as Carson gets out to the 40, needed the 41, so that'll bring up a 4th and 1. And boy, in a game that you got to have, you start to wonder, do you get a little bit more dangerous here if you're Mike Mishler and company?
I would agree. I would agree to go quick and try to catch him off guard.
As Carson goes up the middle, and he needed 1, gets 2. That'll be a fresh set of downs for Cathedral Prep.
And to have a running back like Carson who that previous play that they only got a couple yards, that should have lost yards. But because of Carson's athletic ability, he was able to get 2 or 3 out of it, and it happened again. He was almost caught in the backfield, but he's so shifty, he at least gets 2 or 3. So when you have a weapon like that, and it's 4th and short, that should be an easy call.
And he has a great ability to get yards after contact, as he's been hit right around the line of scrimmage a couple times tonight. Freeman works out of the shotgun. He's going to look to pass here tonight, looking for his first completion, and that pass is intercepted at the 50. As I believe it is none other than Gabe Montroy coming up with the interception for the Lancers.
Caden Haller made that play happen. Caden Haller came from his end position and forced that throw to a receiver that wasn't open. It was either take a sack for a 10-yard loss or try your hand at that pass. and it was good coverage, not a terrible throw, but Caden Haller made that happen. Great job.
So this series will start at the 50 for General McLane. 2:36 to go in the first quarter, and the Lancers already leading 7-0. Two big passing plays on the last drive. We'll see what they do to start things off here as Caro just hands it off as Cohen Beachley fights his way into Cathedral Prep territory for a pickup of 4.
Game down near the 46-yard line.
Again, just setting up that pass play, setting up the shot that they take and hope that they see that unassigned receiver that Prep has made that mistake a couple of times already tonight.
So Caro once again, though, giving it back to Beachley, who fights forward to 44 for a pickup of 2. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
Again on
Tucker Pilatus, nice play. Gets in the backfield, prevents that from going upfield. Good ankle tackle.
3rd and 4.
We'll go with 4 wide. They'll empty the backfield. 5 wide here for Caro on this 3rd down play from the 44 of Cathedral Prep. Caro's going to reset the play here. He works out of the shotgun, surveys the scene. Quick pass here out to Colin McConnell, who's still working down the sidelines. He is shoved out at the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 14.
No one was covering him on that play, and that was one of those quick out unassigned defensive backs. No one was covering him, but there's nowhere to go down the field, so that's an easy completion.
Caro looking for it again, but this time he's just going to have to take things down for a 1-yard loss, the 2nd sack of the game for this Cathedral Prep defense.
Yeah, and he was looking again for McConnell on that left side. He ran it out, it wasn't there, and then more of a go route on the left side as well with Cohen Beachley, and he wasn't there either. So Prep, good job that time. Everyone was covered up, and then that luckily only a 1-yard loss for McLane.
2nd and 11 for GM, sitting at the 32 currently as the handoff goes to Charlie Bennett, trying to get to the outside and weave his way through. He gets to the 25 down to the 23.
And a late flag.
As a late flag flies there, it would be a pickup of 9 as it stands currently.
9 yards.
It might be a warning against the Prep sideline. The referee dropped the flag and turned around and talked to the Prep sideline about something.
Yep.
Sideline warning.
That's indeed what it is on the Ramblers. So the 9 yards will count. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for General McLane, sitting at the 23 of Cathedral Prep.
So not penalized yardage-wise.
Yeah.
3rd down 3.
Two warnings, and then the flag flies on the 3rd time that you have to be asked to bump backwards. Man in motion for GM. Kaiser as play action, still rolling, and again, good coverage downfield.
Caro stopped in the backfield.
A sack there, the 3rd of the night for the Rambler defense.
Dominic Banaghetti with a nice play to pursue, and really offensive linemen can only hold their guys for so long, not like illegally hold them, but hold them in a block. And especially when your quarterback starts to move, if it's not part of the design play, it's hard for the offensive lineman to know which side they're going to, so it's much easier for the defensive lineman. So the McLane offensive line is doing very well, but it's a tough assignment when there's no one open.
4th and 6 from the 26 for General McLane. We have currently 4 split out as now Charlie Bennett will empty the backfield. Goes to the near side. And Cathedral Prep is going to take a timeout. No, the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, the score, General McLane 7, Cathedral Prep 0. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
Your home is your castle, but is your roof fit for a king? At Leon Construction, we provide top-tier roofing to shield your home from leaks and the damaging effects of water. With premium materials, expert craftsmanship, and lifetime warranties, we don't just build roofs, we build protection. Get the royal treatment your home deserves. Call today for your free roof inspection. Leon Construction, the king of quality. Call 450-4601 or visit us online at leoncep.com.
They're brand new, refreshed, redesigned, and driveway ready. The 2026 Chevrolets have just landed at Hallman, so jump in.
You're clear for takeoff.
2026 Silverado 1500 LT 4-wheel drive, 0 down, only $489 per month. Get 3 SUVs, 1 low price. 2025 Trax LT, 2026 Trailblazer LT all-wheel drive, or 2026 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Lease for
$299 per month.
This week at Hallman Chevrolet.
Welcome back to the Erie News Now game of the week here from Linden Field. 7-0 General McLane leading and facing a 4th and 6. Last time they had a 4th down in Cathedral Prep territory. It was a 34-yard touchdown pass to Caden Holler. We want to thank the General McLane School District for allowing us to broadcast this game here tonight, the second of which from Linden Field this season, and thank everyone on down from Jamie Soboleski, the Director of Athletics here, and many more people that make this game possible here tonight to bring you on week 9 of the high school football season. So 4th and 6 from the 26 here as it's Caro taking the shotgun snap, rolls right, surveys the scene, going towards the end zone, gets McConnell breaking late, diving, but can't come up with a catch, and that'll be a turnover on down as the Ramblers will take over from their own 26.
And good patience there. There was nothing open at first. The safety took one of the, not sure who it was, whether it was Colin Beachley or Corwin who was downfield. The safety, that receiver took the safety in the corner, and that opened up that wheel route down the right sideline. So good job again by Prep. It was good that quarter ended, too, because they had no one covering Kyle McConnell as the horn sound at the end of the first quarter. So they were able to adjust. And holding McLane 7-0 first quarter, that's pretty good. I mean, you don't want to be losing, but that's a good job by the Ramblers.
Yeah, there's plenty of dangerous weapons, but McConnell is one guy that can stretch the field. Certainly don't want to leave him uncovered as Cathedral Prep starts 1st and 10 from the 26. Friedman going to get the handoff to Carson, who tries the left side to begin this drive. Gets out to the 31 for a pickup of 5.
Holler.
It's a nice, again, nice hard running, which is used to what Carson does. He had 184 in the opener, 293 in the second game. He also had a 189 last week, so he's put up huge numbers on the ground. He's a workhorse running back.
2nd and 5 now, and Carson tries the right side this time as he gets out to the 35. He's going to be about a yard short, and he picks up 4 there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And this is the Prep offense. This is success for them. They do have to throw to set up this pass. They haven't been successful through the year most of the season or tonight, but that's a win. You get 3 or 4 yards a carry. That's good.
Holler that time was coming across. He was eager to get after the quarterback. We'll see, though, if he was some movement. Nope. It's another offside, 3rd of the night by the General McLane defense.
So typically they don't blow the whistle unless you make contact with the offensive player. So he must have. Usually you can get back unless they snap the ball when you're in the neutral zone. So, but they did call the 5-yard penalty there.
So that's a first down for Cathedral Prep.
40-yard line.
Moves them out to the 40. As Friedman works out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the far side, but Carson, the man taking the football, weaving his way out to the 43-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Squires on the
again, shifty, but Logan Squires, 10 tackles, or credited for 16 tackles last week. Whether solo or assisted, 16 total. He gets his first initial stop of the night. Good job to read Carson and bring him down.
So as we tick 10:30 left in quarter number 2, don't forget to stick around for the Hall Pros halftime show as we'll bring you the festivities here from General McLane, give you the latest stats and more coming up in just 10:20 and counting. So 2nd and 7 from the 43 as the Ramblers. Sidecar to the right of Friedman is Carson, but quick pressure there that side from the General McLane defense. And incomplete now, 0 for 7 for Davin Friedman.
Good job. Jared Corwin again. Immediately, Luke Morosky also in on that blitz, and there was nothing Friedman could do. He had to throw that ball at least a full second before he wanted to. It was a quick out. It was open, but it was impossible with that pass rush.
So 3rd and 7 now for Cathedral Prep. Turnover on downs and an interception to start this game offensively. And they were marching on that opening possession before being stopped on a 4th and very short. Friedman adjusts things at the line. Works with 3 receivers split out. Drops back, more pressure, just going to dump it off to Carson, but low. And again, great job by the defensive lineman there. That time, Holler again with pressure. He has been a force here tonight.
And Luke Morowski also with the blitz. And Friedman took a shot after throwing that pass. And again, it's just disruption. You need an extra beat to set up that play. And when you have someone bearing down on you, got to get rid of the ball. And it just kills the entire play. Great job by the McLane defensive line. And they're coming again.
7, and now Friedman will step back and just do the pooch punt there and look for a favorable bounce. This one goes out around the 29 or 30
Friedman's
as
punt.
General McLane will take over. So turnover on down, interception, and
Out of
punt for
bounds
the
at
Ramblers
the
on offense
28-yard line.
through the first quarter and change here from
Correction,
Linden
the
Field.
30-yard line.
About a 35-yard punt, and you just get the feeling
28-yard punt.
McLane's just waiting to explode here.
Ranchers
McLane
take
has
over first
put
and
up
10 from their
35,
own
28,
30-yard line.
28, 70, 49, 42, 58, and 49 in their 8 games this year. Their loss, they scored 35. So this offense being held in check somewhat, but you just have a feeling at any moment we're going to get, a 70-yard pass play.
Jamie, the third quarter has been the dangerous one between you and I as we get points at a quick pace. Caro out of the shotgun here. Hands it off to Swenson, who's going to try the left side here, get out to about the 35 for a
Swenson,
pick up
the
a
ball
5 on the
carrier.
first down run.
Get out near the 35-yard line.
Cohen Beachley
Sansom.
and Nick
Defensively
Swenson
for
lead the
Prep.
rushing attack for McLean.
Second and 5.
Swenson with 258 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season coming in.
As another flag flies here. False start on General McLane. Boy, usually a pretty disciplined team for
Motion
Marshall
penalty against the
McCormick.
Lancers.
But already 6 penalties for 40 yards unofficially here tonight.
Yeah, we saw that with
5 yards.
Prep when we did the McDowell game, an enormous amount of penalties
Penalty
against
yardage
Prep,
back to
and
the
so
30-yard line.
they have
Second
not run
and
into
10.
that tonight, which is good. So it's a little surprised to see it on the McLean side.
You can imagine, as we talked in pregame, we know how much this means for General McLean. They're trying for the first time in quite a while to get a win against Cathedral Prep, so maybe try to get off a little extra excitement here on this one as they've had some pre-snap penalties. Caro with the play-action throw as he tries to go for it, but a little miscommunication there.
The
He's
ball
dropped
carrier.
back around
Stop
the
for no
30
gain.
for a loss of 5.
Mason Keister and Bryce Brooks both in
Brandon
on that
Getty
stop, the right side of that
on the defensive play for
defensive
the
end.
3rd and 10.
Good job by that Prep line to make that stop. There was a little bit of an awkward handoff there, and that play was a little bit delayed.
4th sack of the night here in this opening half of play. So the Cathedral Prep defense, they've risen to the challenge so far here for Mike Mishler and his defensive crew. Caro and company getting the call from the sideline here from Marshall McCormick. Facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 30. Caro just going to dump off the screen play. This is Jared Corwin. He's got room to run and blockers in front of him. Matt Oblick, the lone man, standing between him and the end zone. And a great job to hold
That's
up there.
Matt Corwin
That time
on the reception.
is all the way down to the 28.
Oblick defensively
So that is
for
a
Prep.
pickup of 52 if my math's, 42 if on the pass.
41 yards on
And
the reception.
McLean got away with a legal man downfield. 2 of their
First and
linemen
10
were
Lancers.
over 6 yards past the line of scrimmage, so they got away with that one, and they get the gain.
Swenson runs the ball as he gets
Swenson,
down
the ball carrier.
from 29 to the 24 for a pickup of 5.
Brooks defensively. Gained
Officially
down
gave
near the
Corwin
24
41 on
yard
that
line.
completion.
We have a
5
player,
yards, 2nd and 5.
down on the field, and that's such a difficult play. The 42-yard gain to
Officials
Corwin is such a
timeout for
difficult
injury.
play to cover. But when he got the ball, 2 of the center and the right guard were in front of him when he caught it. So, but the referees do not judge that was downfield. So McLean gets a break there.
All right, as an injured player down, we'll step aside, be back here in just a moment. You're watching the Erie News Now Game of the Week with General McLane leading 7-0 and driving with the football.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on, right here, close to home.
As we welcome you back there, as Holler took the little pitch play for 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Fans and coaches wanted a horse collar tackle, which it did look like it was a horse collar tackle, but they do not call it.
Offside against Cathedral Prep, 5 yards.
First penalty on the Ramblers tonight, but that'll be enough for
a line. 1st and 10 Lancers.
A first down. 1st and 10 from the 15. And Caden Holler already with 3 catches for 50 yards here tonight. Kyle McConnell, 2 catches for 52. So the air game, despite maybe not the points piling up early in this one, still prolific for this General McLane passing attack. Caro going to work with Beachley, the sidecar to his right. And they go play action, looking for Holler that time as he tries to reel it in, but great defense that time by the Ramblers. That ball's incomplete.
Holler, the intended receiver.
A great job on coverage, Cameron Sansom.
Sansom on the coverage.
It was right all over him, and a considerable size disadvantage on Holler, and he still made a great play.
So 2nd and 10 for the 15 for General McLane. As Carroll will work out of the shotgun once again. Motion man is Corwin. And they go on a quick screen as Corwin was setting up a block for Kyle McConnell, who takes that pass down to the 10 for a pickup of 5.
And again, that's a tough play to defend. It looked like the McLane players started blocking when the ball was in the air, but the refs usually don't get too nitpicky on that. That's just a good, well-executed play.
Third down.
3rd and 5. As things reset and all the motion for Marshall McCormick in this offense. The 10-yard line of Cathedral Prep and some movement there.
Yeah, it's one of those everybody but the center play, maybe.
Procedure penalty against the Lancers, 5 yards.
7th penalty of the half for General McLean. That'll back them up to 3rd and 10 to the 15.
Yeah, and I think the Lancers and Coach McCormick could be happy with a possible 2-score game at half. We still got some time, but a 10 or 14-0 would be fortunate for how many penalties they've taken, if they can capture this red zone opportunity.
So we'll see what they dial up here. Again, they faced, I believe it was 4th and 17 at one point on the 2nd drive of the game, and that's when Caro found Caden Holler for a 34-yard touchdown pass. So nothing too big so far for General McLane. Play action pass for Caro. He surveys the scene, still waits, and then sees an open lane as he tries to get to the outside. He's not going to pick up the first down. Maybe gets a yard or two as Caro knocks into one of the officials there.
And he took out everybody, the sticks, the officials. No one open. Great coverage by the Ramblers. And a good protection for Caro. He wanted to go to his left, and it just wasn't there. There was nobody open. And he's lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So that'll set things up. Carter Schindlinger looking to go here on a 32-yard attempt. Make it a 10-0 lead for General McLane. Snap low, gets the hold down, and the kick is no good. Missed it just to the right. So we remain at a 7-0 ball game.
10 from their own 15-yard line.
And so I think I don't think anyone expected an extreme lopsided score, but people looking at this score from other parts of the region would be maybe some eyebrows up to a 7-0 mid-second quarter. So Prep is bend, but they haven't broken yet, and so they really need to start taking advantage of this to push down the field and get something on the board before the end of this first half. The way they run the ball, they'll probably utilize most of this first half in time-wise, and they certainly want to get something before they go to the locker room, and McLane makes their adjustments.
Well, Mike Mishler, when talking with him earlier in the week, he said, we've got to get back to Cathedral Prep football. They've played great defense here. I know the offense hasn't hit so far, but they've also been, for the most part, a pretty disciplined team. Some staples of Mike Mishler and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. As the handoff here stays with Gavin Friedman. Option, passes it out. Still moving is Gavin Easter as he works his way out to the 27. First completion of the night.
That was a lot of work. Easter did everything he could to get those extra yards. It almost is hard to tell if that was even a pass. It looked like it was almost backwards. I guess I'm not going to get too nitpicky about that.
2nd and 2.
Hung just on that line of scrimmage, and now a dump out here, but that one low
pass
and incomplete, looking for Easter again.
And Friedman wants to have that one back. Not a good throw at all. Looking for that quick out, get the blocks. That's should be an easy completion. He just missed it.
Down.
So it's a 3rd and makeable, though.
3rd and 2 from the 28 for Cathedral Prep. And the problem here, you've had a great defense, but got to try and at least pick up maybe a first down here, if not more, to try and give that defense a little bit of a break. It's a quick flip out here, and I believe it's Easter again as he works his way out across the 40 and still carrying defenders with him out to the 49.
And that is the most important play of the game so far because they converted a 3rd down. Not sure if they would have gone for it on 4th down. They ran the same exact play they were going to run the time that Friedman didn't throw it well because they knew that play was going to work. That's a 20-yard gain and a new set of downs. That is a huge play.
Now they can get back to the run game as they try left side and into General McLane territory goes Desari Carson as he gets down to the 38. So that's a pickup of 13.
And now you want to get this McLane defense tired. They're able to substitute out, but you want to get the defense tired and keep pounding the running back.
And it's Carson going to try the right side this time as he works to the 35 down to the 34 for a pickup of 4.
Yardage to the 34-yard line.
So you don't have to necessarily hurry for the clock.
4 yards.
You want to keep this McLane defense on the field as long as possible, and they got to get something out of that. I know it sounds obvious. They want to get something out of it. You got to get 7 here.
Each team still with 3 timeouts. So working 2nd and 6 from the 34 General McLane is Davin Freeman of the Rambler offense. Fake back to pass, and Carson just takes it up on the draw play down to the 26-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 8.
And a credit to the offensive line of the Ramblers. They're making these holes for Carson. There's no running back in the world how good you are. You can't get yards unless your offensive linemen are there, and they're pushing a very talented McLane defensive line and creating holes.
Friedman hands it off to Carson. Works inside the 25. Down to the 23. That's going to be a pickup of 3.
Cole Gillette with a nice play there. The center and the nose tackle, bringing Carson down.
You mentioned he went over the 1,000-yard mark. He's coming up on 100. 16 carries for 83 for Carson here in this opening half of play. Now the question, can the Ramblers offense capitalize? It's been a turnover on downs at the 23 of General McLane in the opening drive, an interception and a punt, but they are threatening here at the 23 once again of GM. 2nd and 7 now. That's a high snap. A good job by Freeman to contain that one. Falling forward down to the 20 is Carson.
Down near the 20-yard line.
And I know Carson's working, the run is working, but I'm surprised they don't utilize Jason Harris more. Looks like he's about 6'4", 6'5", out there on about a 5'9" defensive back to maybe throw a 50-50 ball out there.
Yeah, 6'3", 183 for Harris, the senior wide receiver. As Friedman hands it off to Carson once again, trying to power forward as a flag flies late here. He gets down right now to the 15. That would be a pickup of 5, but await. Face mask is on General McLane, so an additional yardage on the play.
Yeah, that's a massive call there.
Should be half the distance. Stands at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and this is, you're not thinking a touchdown or field goal yet. You're thinking 4-down territory, and I think Mishler would want to go 7 points, 6, 7 points, rather than settling for a field goal for any circumstance, getting inside the 10.
And really, after the way things have gone for the last 3 games for the Ramblers, this is something Mike Mishler can say, this is Cathedral Prep football at halftime. Stay in it with good defense, and if they can get a score here, as Friedman, option play, tosses it out to Easter. Tries to weave away.
Easter on the reception.
Ball rolls out of bounds. Down to about the 5. That's going to be a pickup of 2 on the pass play.
Yeah, and that Easter just didn't have the blockers out to his side, so not much he could do. He's a very shifty player, very athletically gifted, but there's not much you can do when you have 3 defensive backs in your face.
So 2nd and goal from the 5 for Cathedral Prep with 1:28 and counting.
And the referee signaled the clock to stop, and the clock is not stopping. So they might have to fix this. I'm not really sure what is happening and why we're not playing, but they're going to have to reset this clock because the referee had signaled to stop
Mike Mishler is calling a timeout here. And we'll take one as
Cathedral
well. Back
Prep
in a moment
takes
here.
timeout.
7-0 General McLane with the Ramblers knocking on the door of the end zone.
The fall leaves are beautiful until they clog your gutters. With Leon Construction's gutter protection, say goodbye to the messy cleanups and stay off your ladder for good. Our expertly installed systems keep debris out and water flowing, protecting your home all season long. Get ready for fall and call today or visit us at leoncep.com and never clean your gutters again. Leon Construction, the king of quality.
They're brand new, refreshed, redesigned, and driveway ready. The 2026 Chevrolets have just landed at Hallman, so jump in.
You're clear for takeoff.
2026 Silverado 1500 LT four-wheel drive, 0 down, only $489 per month. Get 3 SUVs, 1 low price. 2025 Trax LT, 2026 Trailblazer LT all-wheel drive, or 2026 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Lease for
$299 per month.
this week at Hallman Chevrolet.
We welcome you back here. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 for Cathedral Prep, trailing 7-0. They still have 2 timeouts left in this half. Freeman will work out of the shotgun formation. Carson tries the right side, powers forward and down to the goal line. Is he in?
Down near the goal line.
They're marking him, it looks like, short currently, and they signal touchdown. Desari Carson in for the score as the Ramblers are on the board now, pending an extra point to try and tie things up. As that time, Matthew Oblick wide. So 7-6 the score. We'll be back in a moment here on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
With 1 minute and 1 second remaining.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on, right here, close to home.
Welcome back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Remember, with 1:01 left until halftime, don't go anywhere. The Hall Pros halftime show coming up. We'll have halftime festivities, recap the first half action, and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, plus give you the latest stats that we have here. That's all coming up on Erie's trusted junk removal team, Hall Pros halftime, coming your way in just a little bit. We have a flag back where Cathedral Prep would have kicked off, usually an indication, and indeed it is, offsides.
Offside, the indication against the Ramblers.
Yeah, he's done pretty good so far here tonight. Usually Sam Leone has done the kicking duties for Cathedral Prep this year, but it is Matthew Oblick here tonight. So we'll see how things shape up and what Marshall McCormick, again, the Lancers received the opening kickoff. They were forced to punt, so Cathedral Prep will receive the second half kickoff as Oblick tees this one up, sends it deep. As Cohen Beachley going to take it, dropping around his own 9. He's going to try and stretch the far side out to the 30. Still gets to the 35 before he is knocked down.
Thrown out of bounds near the 39-yard line.
So they're going to mark at the 40. So a pretty good return there that time, about a 31-yard return from Beachley.
First and 10 GM from their own 40-yard line.
They were less than pleased with that call. But nonetheless, 60 yards, 3 timeouts, 52 seconds for Marshall McCormick. Offense to try and score here. Matt Caro out of the shotgun, a tight formation here. Charlie Bennett going to go to the left side. He has blockers in front of him. He gets to the 45, still working, and he is pulled down there that time at the 47, and the late flag flies there. This one going to be a horse collar as he was brought down right around the 48.
Jersey, so it looks like it, and you look with your heart as a fan instead of your brain sometimes, and they are not going to call this.
So
they're going to pick the flag up on that. So
there's no foul on the play.
Nonetheless, it was an 8-yard run, but again,
8
second and
yards for
2.
Bennett brings up 2nd and 2.
Clock should start on the ready for play signal
From the
because
48-yard line.
Bennett was tackled inbounds. And there we go. The clock will run. Marshall McCormick will use his first timeout of the half. And we will keep it here at Linden Field. So 7-6 the score here. And boy, has it been an interesting half of football.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I'm not surprised that it's close. It's just statistically McLane has just blown people out of the water, blown teams out of the water. I didn't really expect that. But I expected McLane to have a little bit easier time moving the ball downfield. They've taken a lot of penalties. I don't know if some of these non-calls are affecting them. Body language-wise, it doesn't seem to be affecting the players. They're so well coached not to, and it's such a natural thing to get mad at the ref, the umpire, the officials. It's I can't say I've ever coached at this level, but I've coached other sports, and that was always my first thing is never, ever criticize the officials because they are not winning or losing the game. They're people. They're making the calls the best they can. And so the coaches tell these players from day one when they were 5 not to do that. So the players don't do it, but it's frustrating for the coaches. I will tell you that they really were upset at the non-horse collar tackles. There's about 3 of them in this game.
So 2nd and 2 from the 48 of General McLane. 41 seconds to go until the half. Caro loads up, fires downfield, has wide open Jackson Kaiser as he catches it, and he is brought down at the 9-yard line there. So that's a pickup of 43.
And you just knew it's a matter of time before they hit the big bomb. The safety wasn't there. He had man coverage, perfect throw.
And they're going to run it this time with Beachley, and they're going to call a timeout as Marshall McCormick goes racing down to call the second timeout there. But 43 yards on that pass play.
Timeout GM.
And you wonder, why would you run it there? Well, the defense just got stretched out, and now they got to sprint down, including the linemen, got to run 40 yards downfield to get in place without a huddle, and they're not necessarily completely set, and they're tired, and you run it to the side to try to take advantage of that. And it didn't work perfectly, but a 5-yard gain, and you have the timeouts. So it's a good play call, even though you'd wonder why you'd run it. Now we're getting into the tight territory here with only having the 1 timeout. So you don't have that luxury after this.
1 timeout, 21 seconds. You face a 2nd and 5 from the 10.
And a solid kicker, and it's just kind of like tough to see optically. I thought that kick was good. I thought it went right down the middle, but it was no good. Obviously, the officials see right under the goalpost, so it's hard for us to see when the kicks are good or bad, but he has the leg to make a decent field goal, certainly from here.
So we will reset here. That was Kaiser's 2nd catch. He has 2 catches for 65 yards.
2nd and 5 for the Lancers from the 10-yard line.
We'll see. You would imagine everything from here would likely be a passing play. As play action going to the end zone, and that time looking for McConnell, incomplete. Clock ticks and winds to 16.
Good coverage by Cameron Sansom He did have a little bit of a step on him, but that was a very difficult catch to make and a long throw. So this is certainly field goal territory. I don't think they would go for it if they don't get the yardage they need.
So, yeah, tight game, matchup that's had its intensity and close finishes. Times just go with the field goal. As Caro works, 3rd and 5. They're going to hand it off. This time, Beachley, as he dives to get out of bounds,
Beachley, the ball carrier,
gets down to the 5. So that'll bring up
near the first down marker.
Right near the first down. We'll see if they can give it to him. It looks like currently maybe inches short.
Yeah, less, maybe a foot. So I think
4th down.
I think with the timeout, you do go for this.
So they mark it just about maybe, half a yard at best. 4th, and you've still got that timeout, so you could still run for the first down again and kind of reset things. We'll see what Marshall McCormick and company does. They motion everybody left to right. Caro with Beachley, the sidecar to the right, and Caro's just going to take it on the design quarterback run, and he dives for the touchdown and a 5-yard score.
Great job by Caro following his blockers. They knew even if he doesn't get in, they have a timeout and they can run it from the 1. So not really a risky play. They had plenty of time to run another play, and that's a backbreaker for the Ramblers, who have played excellent defense. They have really struggled this season defensively. They have given up some splash plays to the Lancers, but they've kept them somewhat in check, and to give up a touchdown with less than 10 seconds to go, that hurts.
As they'll set things up here on the extra point try, as that one is up and good.
Burkhardt's kick up and good. 6 seconds remaining in the first half. It's General McLane 14, Cathedral Prep 6.
So for General McLane on that drive, they need 46 seconds to go 60 yards. The big play on that one, the 38-yard connection between Kaiser and Caro that set things up there for that touchdown run on 4th and inches for Caro. 2 4th down touchdowns so far for General McLane. One was a little bit longer than the other. The first one on the 34-yard touchdown pass, it was a 4th and 17 from the 34. Caro found Caden Holler, and then 4th and inches there.
And most high school teams have that one player. You can go deep. If you get that man coverage with that receiver, then you go for it, and that's their big play guy. But they have Kyle McConnell, they have Jackson Kaiser, and then some of the bigger guys who can also go deep with Jared Corwin and Caden Holler. They've got 4 or 5 guys who can do that. That makes it really tough for any defense.
Imagine one of those for Carter Sindlinger. Just put it on the ground, make Prep field it, and let's get to halftime. And he'll kick it up and away and out of bounds. As we've mentioned, another penalty here, as that will add up 9th penalty of the half.
And so I still think it'll be a knee here. Or no, they're going to have him re-kick, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure, why you just don't squib it. And that play itself should take just about 6 seconds.
So, again, the Hall Pros halftime show coming up here. We'll take a look at the scores from around District 10 in Week 9. For some, it's the final week of the regular season. For others, they'll play some non-region contests next week to tune up before playoffs. And then we'll also update you on the latest statistics and also bring you some of the halftime festivities on a senior night here. Also, breast cancer awareness, as you see General McLane in those pink jerseys. 3rd year they've done this to raise breast cancer awareness during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So Sindlinger will tee it up again this time, and again, he will kick it out of bounds.
Sindlinger's kick goes out of bounds.
We'll see what Mike Mishler is looking for.
I really hope they don't keep making them re-kick it. This is...
Mike Mishler trying to see if his group can give him a spark back there.
I'm not saying Coach Mishler's wrong here. It's just a little bit tough to watch.
Davion Edmond back there. Sindlinger, one of the premier soccer players for General McLane, as the District 10 postseason will get underway. A couple of games tomorrow for both the boys and girls. And then full action including quarterfinals, semifinals, and then championship over the next couple of weeks across District 10. Sendlinger with his third attempt this time. Put it up, and this one will go out of bounds for a third time in a row. And they want a re-kick, says Mike Mishler.
Wow. So what do you want to talk about? Because this is not...
Penguins played well last night, huh?
This is the 46th anniversary tonight of the last time the Pirates won a World Series. I wanted to make sure to get that in the broadcast. This is an opportune time because nothing is happening in this game right now.
Yeah, I saw the videos earlier today. Kent Colby with that final out there, hugging his catcher and first baseman.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when they have reunions and half of them are in walkers for the last championship team for the Pirates. But someday, after the salary cap and the 2027 season's canceled.
This kick, straight down line drive is this one. Davion Edmond can't take it, and now things get interesting. This is where you just pick it up, round is 3. He's hit, dropped at the 20, and that will be halftime here. So after the first half of play from Linden Field on senior night, it is General McLane 14, Cathedral Prep 6. The Hall Pros halftime show is up next.
Climbing ladders to clean your gutters? That's risky business. Leon Construction's gutter protection keeps leaves and debris out so you never have to climb a ladder again. Our lifetime solutions prevent clogs and protect your home from water damage. Stay safe this fall season with Leon Construction. Call today or visit us at leoncep.com and never clean your gutters again. Leon Construction, the king of quality.
At the Empty Keg, we believe a good meal feels like home. Family owned and a proud part of Edinboro's history, our doors have always been open to neighbors, friends, and newcomers alike. Our homestyle menu brings people together with hearty daily specials made to be shared. From seasonal beers and monthly tap features to happy hour specials after work, there's always something to raise a glass to. Whether it's a family dinner, a night out with friends, or just a place to unwind, the Empty Keg is where everyone belongs. The Empty Keg, where Edinboro comes together.
We tackle some of Erie's toughest and dirtiest jobs, so you don't have to. We're Hall Pros, Erie's 5-star rated junk removal service. From estate cleanouts to hoarding situations, our team delivers results you can see the same day. Families and business owners trust us because we show up prepared, handle every detail, and leave nothing behind but relief. Call today and mention you saw us on TV for $50 off your next cleanout. Results first, that's our promise.
Craving something fresh, delicious, and locally sourced? At Give a Crepe La Creperie, we serve up savory and sweet crepes made with the best ingredients and crafted with care. And yes, we've got 100% gluten-free and vegan options too. Join us at our location in the heart of Little Italy. Whether you're in the mood for a quick bite or a leisurely meal, we've got you covered with cozy indoor seating, al fresco dining, and easy carry-out options. Come experience flavors that are fresh, vibrant, and made with care. It's easy to give a crepe about Erie.
The High School Football Halftime Show is brought to you by Hall Pros, Erie's trusted junk removal team.
We welcome you to the Hall Pros Halftime Show. Hall Pros, Erie's just trusted junk removal team, as it stands currently 14-6. General McLane leading on senior night here from Linden Field.
And now, please join us in celebrating our General McLane
as we get set for the General McLane
seniors.
senior night, we're going to first, Jamie,
our first
one thought from
Riley
the first
Barnes.
half of play for each team. We'll start with Cathedral Prep.
Prep played well defensively. They have kept McLean's powerhouse offense somewhat in check. They've given up some splash plays. And for Prep, they've also run the ball pretty well. So coming out in the second half, they're right in this ball game. Keep handing it to Carson. They haven't been able. They got to establish a better pass game to set up that run. Despite that, Carson is doing an excellent job as always, and you want to keep giving the ball to him to move the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, for General McLane, not the prototypical half they've seen over the last 5 weeks with 49 points or more in 5 straight games, but able to find some maybe rhythm at the end of the half.
And I think, I don't know, but my guess is the coaches will say, hey, we know we're not going to be able to put up 50 points on every team. and it's going to get harder and harder and harder. But we can't take 9 penalties in a half. That has to go away. We have to clean up our game, and the rest will take care of it. And they've got to do a better job on their run defense as well. So McLane didn't play particularly well, but that's a credit to Prep. They did very well in their defense.
All right, those were our initial thoughts here on the Hall Pros halftime show. Let's send it down to the field for senior night here with the General McLane Marching Band.
Our next senior is Eli Brockman. Eli is being escorted by his mother Megan and his father Neil. Eli has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. He has played the trumpet and the tuba. Best of luck, Eli.
Our next senior, Madison Crosscut, is being escorted down the field by her mother, Julie Crosscut. Maddie is a resident of Edinburgh. She has been a member of the marching band her junior and senior year. Both years, Maddie has played the bass guitar. Maddie hopes to get a career in computer science, specifically in game design and development. She plans to eventually get a remote job that will allow her to travel the world. One of Maddie's favorite band memories is going to Flips with Kit for the first time. Follow your dreams, Maddie.
Our next senior is Avery Fiskus. She is being escorted by her parents, Adam and Kate Fiskus. Avery is a resident of McCain. She has been a member of the GM Marching Band for 4 years. Avery was a part of the color guard her freshman and sophomore year and head drum major her junior and senior year. Avery's favorite quote is, "The expert at anything was once a beginner." She would like to thank the pride and spirit of General McLane, Taylor, and especially Mr. Malik for so many beginnings. From learning drop spins, to parading up Main Street, USA, to adventures in conducting, Avery is grateful for every opportunity to perform. After graduation, Avery plans to attend a 4-year university and become a member of the happiest cast on earth at Walt Disney World. Make magic happen, Avery.
Our next senior is Peter Jonas. Peter's being joined by his parents, Matt and Emily Jonas. Peter is a resident of McCain. Peter has been a member of the band for 5 years, starting as an 8th grade band manager. Peter has played the bari sax as a freshman, junior, and senior. Sophomore year, he played the tenor saxophone. Peter plans to go to college and major in computer science. He hopes to continue band and theater. A quote Peter strives to follow is, "You aren't proud because you're good because you're proud." Cheers to your future, Peter.
Next up is Julia Ann Lino. She is being escorted by her mother, Holly Redmond, and her brother, Alex Eakin. Julia is from Edinburgh. She has been a member of the GM Color Guard for 4 years, and 2 of those years she has been captain. Julia plans to earn a bachelor's degree in middle-level education at Penn West University and become a school teacher. One of her favorite quotes is from Prince, "Life means forever, and that's a mighty long time, but you can always see the sun day or night." Julia says the days go slow, but the years go fast, and she believes most Friday nights look better under stadium lights. Follow your dreams, Julia.
Next, we have Finley Newberger. She is joined by her mother, Jennifer Farrick, and her father, Daniel Newberger. Finley has played the tuba all 4 years she has been in band. She has been a section leader her junior and senior years. Finley plans to pursue higher education and become a veterinarian. She would like to continue traveling the world and seeing amazing sights. Chase your dreams, Finley.
Our next senior is Galen Shepard. He is joined by his mother, Jen Shepard, and his grandma, Janet Seaman. Galen lives in Edinburgh. He has been a member of the GM Marching Band for 3 years. His freshman and sophomore years, he played the saxophone. His senior year, he is playing the guitar. A favorite quote of Galen's is, "Anything worthwhile takes a while. Get on that and start practicing." Wishing you the best, Galen.
Last but not least, we have Sebastian Wagner. Seb is escorted by his parents, Dietrich and Barbara Wagner. He is a resident of Edinburgh. Seb has been part of the band for 4 years. He played the bari saxophone in his freshman and sophomore years. His junior, he was a manager, and now his senior year, he is playing lead alto. Seb plans on going to college for jazz studies, and then who knows what after that. His favorite band memory has His favorite band memory has to be when his roommates hit his bed in another hotel room with District Band. Seb's favorite quote is, "I am the great cornholio by the great cornholio." Dream big, Sebastian. Please join me in a final round of applause for the Joe McLane 2026 seniors. We wish you all the best in your next adventures. And now, once again, please enjoy this.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to your need for a better ride with lower rates on auto loans, so you can tend to your road trips, your errands, and your savings. Tend to lower payments, tend to bigger dreams. Tend to your auto loan today. Lower rates, smoother roads. 10-2 Credit Union.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on, right here, close to home.
Friday nights in our community mean one thing: high school football. And just like your hometown team, McMillan's Towing is always ready when you need us most. From breakdowns and accidents to roadside emergencies, McMillan's Towing has you covered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. McMillan's Towing, proud to support our student athletes and the entire community this season. McMillan's Towing, reliable, professional, always here when you need us. Call 814-897-8989.
Thinking of selling but feeling stressed and just don't know where to begin? As Erie's senior care expert, I can make selling your home a little less stressful by personally assisting you from beginning to end. I will be there personally every step of the way. Beat your competition and list now while the housing inventory is low and the seller's market is still hot. Call D. Caruana and Associates today and put my one-of-a-kind multimedia marketing plan to work for you. Your home could be the next one on our sold list.
The holidays are upon us, and when your friends party, they spill their drinks. When they spill their drinks, it ruins your floors, and ruined floors make you mad.
What's his problem?
This year, be ready with durable waterproof planks from Erie Floors, with wear layers that'll withstand your fiendish visitors and their dreadful spills. Just make sure you come and see us before your guests arrive, because you never know what you'll spill this holiday season. Erie Floors, our world is under your feet.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to make becoming a member easy. Walk in, sign up, and start saving. We tend to your needs with lower rates, fewer fees, and personalized service. 10 to joining, 10 to thriving, 10 to enjoying the benefits today. Easy to join, built for you. 10-2 Credit Union.
And we'll send you down to the General McLane Marching Band as they bring you the sights and sounds here on the Hall Pros Halftime Show. And we'll be back in just a moment. The Hall Pros halftime show continues as we'll have out-of-town scores and stats coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
Craving something fresh, delicious, and locally sourced? At Give a Crepe La Creperie, we serve up savory and sweet crepes made with the best ingredients and crafted with care. And yes, we've got 100% gluten-free and vegan options too. Join us at our location in the heart of Little Italy. Whether you're in the mood for a quick bite or a leisurely meal, we've got you covered with cozy indoor seating, alfresco dining, and easy carry-out options. Come experience flavors that are fresh, vibrant, and made with care. It's easy to give a crepe about Erie.
We tackle some of Erie's toughest and dirtiest jobs, so you don't have to. We're Hall Pros, Erie's 5-star rated junk removal service. From estate cleanouts to hoarding situations, our team delivers results you can see the same day. Families and business owners trust us because we show up prepared, handle every detail, and leave nothing behind but relief. Call today and mention you saw us on TV for $50 off your next cleanout. Results first, that's our promise.
At the Empty Keg, we believe a good meal feels like home. Family owned and a proud part of Edinboro's history, our doors have always been open to neighbors, friends, and newcomers alike. Our homestyle menu brings people together with hearty daily specials made to be shared. From seasonal beers and monthly tap features to happy hour specials after work, there's always something to raise a glass to. Whether it's a family dinner, a night out with friends, or just a place to unwind, the Empty Keg is where everyone belongs. The Empty Keg, where Edinboro comes together.
Meet Bree. Bree tracks every dollar she spends, but she doesn't spend a lot of time doing it. Bree uses Marquette's personal financial management tool. It's fast, easy, accurate. Just ask her what she spends on coffee, on streaming services, or doggy daycare. Bree's spending is really looking good, just like her savings account. Be empowered, Marquette Savings Bank.
Looking's not a crime, and what you do online is your business. You've waited long enough to get that hard surface under you, and our select hardwoods and waterproof planks are on sale now. While you have it in your hand, Google Erie Floors for our online credit app and let banks compete for your business. It won't affect your credit score, plus what comes back may make your jaw drop. Erie Floors, our world is under your feet.
We welcome you back to the Hall Pros halftime show. Erie's trusted junk removal team. John Laddick alongside Jamie Murphy here as it's a 14-6 lead for General McLane over Cathedral Prep here at half. Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard. Erie Times News scoreboard page, 60-0 late in the second quarter. Faro over Reynolds. Wilmington with a 51-0 lead over Sharpsville. Meanwhile, Cambridge Springs leads Lakeview at the half, 21-7. Sagertown and Cochranton late second, tied at 14. 49-0 Greenville over Maplewood at the halftime. It's a 13-6 Eisenhower lead over Mercier's Prep. Seneca with a 35-6 lead over Iroquois down at John L. Post Stadium at the half. 28-0 Northwestern over Union City. Conneaut leading Grove City 10-0 at half. 14-7 Hickory in front over Slippery Rock. 13-0 Corey over Harbor Creek at the half. Northeast 31-7 lead over Fairview at the half. 28-7 LaBeouf over Girard at the half. Oil City over Franklin in the Route 8 rivalry. 35-0 lead. 47-0 Meadville over Warren. And a 7-7 game between Erie and Brush, Ohio. McDowell trails 28-3.
Like to announce the 50,
Ohio.
50,
Big congratulations to all the
tonight.
seniors here tonight. And the
50,
halftime there.
ticket.
Great job by the General
Winning
McLane
number.
marching band. Let's
Red
take a look at the
ticket.
stats, Jamie. It was a prolific passing attack despite maybe the
2865.
score. 10 of 14 for 214 for Matt
Again,
Caro.
196.
Jackson Kaiser with 65 yards.
2865.
Corwin with 42. 50 for Holler.
You may pick up
Kyle
your
McConnell
winnings, which is
with
a
57.
Prize
Not,
of $166.
not too big of a
at the
rushing
Revitch
attack,
tent
94 yards
at the entrance
in that first half
to the
for
stadium.
General McLean,
Again,
but
the number
certainly
once
they
again,
balanced things out in that opening half of play.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised of the 214 passing yards. Didn't seem like he had that much, but there were a couple of big plays that he had passed, and he's approaching 2,500 yards now in the season. Unofficially the second, the District 10 leader, but second in the state in passing yards. Now, not everyone reports their stats, so that's coming from Max Preps. But he's obviously one of the top passers in the entire state. So It seemed like Prep actually did a pretty good job against this McLane passing attack, despite the 214 yards. McLane didn't play a clean half, and they still are coming away with a win. So I think you were reporting on the scores, a lot of lopsided scores. We're very thankful that I think we got a really good one here, and it'll all depend here on this. Partly on this first drive, this first possession, to see what the tone. A huge touchdown with 6 seconds to go in the half is a tough one for Prep. But it's about coming out in the second half, running the ball, pounding the ball to Carson, and doing a good job keeping that big play away from McLane, which McLane scores so much that the fact that they only had 214 passing yards in a half is a win is remarkable. So I thought despite the score, it's not lopsided, but despite the score and some of the big yardage, Prep has done a very good job defensively against this Lancer offense.
I beg your pardon, 94 rush yards for Cathedral Prep and Desiree Carson. Meanwhile, 42 for General McLane. Carson had 96 on 19 carries for Cathedral Prep, just 3 of 12 passing for 31 yards for Davin Friedman in that opening half of play. Cathedral Prep, though, got that big touchdown drive by Desiree Carson. As we recap the scoring here, things started out with a punt to open the game. General McLane took the ball first, and Cathedral Prep was marching before a 4th down stop by the McLane defense. It was Caden Holler coming up with a stop there, and then that's when the offense for General McLane went on the march, and it was a 4th and 17 from the 34-yard line of Cathedral Prep when Matt Caro connected with Holler for the 34-yard touchdown pass and a 7-0 lead. And then the two traded chances as it was an interception by Davin Friedman and a turnover on downs by General McLane before a ball went back into the hands of the Ramblers. They punted, a missed 32-yard field goal from Carter Sindlinger, and then it was a 5-yard touchdown run by Caro on a 4th and inches play to find the end zone. That made it a 14-6 ball game, and then, as I mentioned, the lone touchdown from Desiree Carson, a 5-yard touchdown run. The missed extra point was made it 7-6 at that point before the Caro touchdown made it 14-6. So I guess the question, if you're Mike Mishler and company, will start on the Ramblers sidelines. What are the adjustments you have, Jamie, going into the second half?
Well, it's the passing game. It hasn't been a strong point for the Ramblers this year. They've got to set up that run. They've got a world-class running back, and even though they've handed the ball over and over to him like they do every game, he still managed to get 3, 5, 6 yards. But they've got to get something passing, and it doesn't mean that Friedman's got to throw the ball on a perfect dime downfield, but even the flares or the safety valves or the slants, something short to keep this McLane defense guessing. Because if McLane gets the ball and we see a 20-6, 21-6, now you don't have time to run the ball, and it puts McLane in a huge hole, and unfortunately they've been there a lot this season doing that. So it's really about the next score, and that's really important. As we said at the beginning, there's bigger implications here that Prep, the loss tonight could eliminate them from the playoffs, and it's a very strong chance that will happen. So that I'm sure that was discussed in the locker room. Maybe the coaches don't like talking about those big picture things, but maybe it's a way to motivate them to say, hey, your season's on the line right now. You've got to do it.
The players were aware of it when talking with them in practice this week. They said, hey, we know we got to come up with a win that, this is a game we typically would have, but we know how potent this General McLane team is. All right, let's flip it to the Lancers sideline. Obviously, the run game against the Cathedral Prep defense that had allowed a lot of yards on the ground, they go to the air with the big splash plays. What will you do if you're Marshall McCormick coming out here for the second half?
Well, as we said, going into the half, you got to clean up the penalties. That's number one. That's an easy fix. There's a lot of procedure calls, a little bit sloppy, and then everything else will fall into place. They have Prep missed a lot of, even though I say they played well defensively, they did miss a lot of assignments, especially in that first quarter, and that's devastating against this McLane offense. So for General McLane, it's getting this first stop and going up by that multi-score to put McLane or put Prep in a position where they're going to have to throw more and put them in a very uncomfortable position. That's what they want to do on defense to start this second half.
So, Carter, that will end the Hall Pros halftime show. Thank you to Hall Pros, the trusted junk removal team. Carter Sindlinger sends this one away. It will go through the back of the end zone, and Cathedral Prep, who receives the second half kickoff, will start from its own 20.
Perfect night for football, but I feel weak being cold, and it's 50. It's not even that cold, and I'm cold, and we got a winter ahead of us that's going to be brutal, of course, and 50 is going to seem like beautiful when we get into March. So it's amazing how tough it is to adjust when you've been through 30 winters and 50 degrees seems cold. It's good for football, though. Perfect for football.
So we will get things underway here in the second half. And Cathedral Prep starts from the 20. Friedman out of the shotgun. Handoff to start things with Desari Carson as he goes to the left side of the line, out for a 4-yard carry, his 20th of the night.
Out near the 24-yard
And certainly
line.
Prep does not need to come out throwing.
25.
There's a ton of game left, 24 minutes of game time left. You can
4
run
yards.
all you want to set up this pass. And I said before, with
Beachley,
Harris on that
defensively
right
for the
side is
Lancers.
by himself, maybe you want to try to
Second
throw one
and
up here.
6.
And he tried a couple of times to Harris to start the ball game, couldn't connect as Friedman looks to pass, and it's Gavin Easter. Had it right there, just maybe 2
Easter,
yards
the
shy of the sticks,
receiver.
but it falls incomplete, took his
Friedman's
focus off the
pass.
football.
And that is at least the
Incomplete.
second drop. Oblick dropped one earlier. That's such a killer. That's a tough pass to defend. It wasn't going to be a big game, but it would have gotten him third and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. And that's huge.
So 3rd and 6 from the 24 of Cathedral Prep. They'll go with 4 wide. Carson will be the running back behind him, Friedman. And he hands it off to Carson, who weaves his way across the 30 for a first down,
Carson.
pushed out at the 34 for a pickup of 10, and a
First
fresh
down
set of downs
yardage
for the Ramblers.
Out near the
And that's just a
35-yard
credit
line.
of how good he is that
11
they
yards.
know even on a 3rd and 6 they're going to run it, and he still gets
First
it
and
done.
10, Cathedral
Good
Prep.
job by the Rambler offensive line, and good to see Jack Adams, the right tackle, back in the game.
Prep going no huddle. Carson almost
Carson, the ball
near a
carrier.
first down again as he gets out to around the 45-yard line.
Montroy.
Now they're going to mark him back.
Along with
He
Swenson on
stepped
the
out a
play.
little bit earlier around the 42, so that'll be a pickup of 7.
10 yards.
He took a pretty heavy hit over there on the sidelines, and looks like he is going to either take a breather or a break over there on Carson, not on the field on this down.
Yeah, so 7 yards,
Corrected,
2nd and
7-yard
3.
gain on the play.
I guess
2nd and 3.
They must have ruled he stepped out of bounds prior to that.
Yeah, 22 for 117 unofficially so far here as we open the 3rd quarter of play. Friedman now will hand things off. A short carry there.
Carson stopped after a short gain.
Good job there, Cohen Beachley. 17 credited tackles
Russell
last
Stonewall,
week.
ball carrier.
And he was there for the quick stop, and now Carson's
Beachley on the play for the Lancers. 2 yards on the play.
still not out there, so hopefully
3rd
he
and
is
1.
not hurt.
That was on that last carry, Montrell Stonewall as the sophomore getting the carry. Again, you saw almost another offsides, 3 of those in the first half for General McLane's defense. They're eager to get after Davin Friedman and pressure him. They did a good job of that in the opening half of play. So 3rd and 1 from the 44 for Friedman. And he's going to go on the quarterback design to run and just power his way forward
Friedman
as he gets out to the 48 for a pickup of 4.
Near the 48-yard
And with the
line.
Ramblers, as typical with the visitors being on the far sideline, it's very difficult for us to see what is going on with Carson. He did
First
take a
and
pretty
10
big
Prep.
hit on that sideline, and he has not come back in the game the last 3 plays. So hopefully we'll see him again for the Ramblers.
Fresh set of downs from the 48 for Cathedral Prep. Friedman going to go back to pass, looks to the outside,
Oh,
and
my
again,
goodness.
that time he
Friedman's
has the
pass
receiver.
incomplete.
That's
Oblick,
Oblick
dead
again, and
receiver.
dropped it. Man, that's 2 blatant drops, and that's just
2nd down.
Oblick's such a good receiver, great hands, and he's just beside himself. You get mad at players, not at high school players, but you get mad and they just feel the worst. I mean, it's just such a terrible feeling. So I feel bad for him. That's 2 drops tonight.
So 2nd and 10 now, nearing midfield. Cathedral Prep. Friedman takes the snap and hands it off. It's going to go to the left side there. It's nearing a first down that time, as I believe that was none other than K.J. Williams on the run.
And K.J. Williams, who we got to see late in that McDowell game and did a really good job as they rested the starters, and Carson is back in there, so that's good. But Williams is, when he gets the ball, when he gets a chance, he does a great job. He's got good size and good speed, so that's his first carry and picks up a chunk.
They got a 3rd and 1 play now on the General McLane, side of the ball, side of the field. Carson rumbles his way and is still running. He gets loose to the outside before he is pushed out right around the
First down
22.
yardage.
So that's a pickup of 21 on the play.
And that's the difference between Carson and most other running backs. That's maybe an 8-yard gain for most running backs. He makes that extra spin move, picks up another 10. That's what makes him elite. And the Ramblers are a totally different team with him out there.
23rd carry, 138 so far tonight for Carson as he takes this carry. Read option. Davin Freeman with a lane to go. He is pushed out. And a great fake. He had me on that one as he gets all the way down to the 4. Pickup of 18.
He had everybody. He had me too. I was wondering, why is he running so slow? Like, why did he stop running? And everybody. That's a great job by both Friedman and Carson on that play fake.
And now Carson tries the left side of the line, dives forward, and a touchdown for Carson, his second of the night. And we are just 2 points shy of a tie ball game. We'll see what Cathedral Prep decides to do.
Great job by the Ramblers going down the entire field, methodical, no penalties, running the ball. They didn't have their best running back for 3 or 4 plays. They still gained the yards. Mike Mishler, I've known him for a long time. He's not a rah-rah, scream and yell type of guy, but he's powerful with his words. And I'm sure there was a lot said in the locker room. Not screaming, but just saying, hey, this is it. This is our moment to do something and get a win. And that's what I think. I can't say it happened.
Oh, and we have a reset here as Oblick will take the snap. On the direct snap, he runs it, and he dives, and he's got it.
Extra point try.
The 2-point try is good. Oblick, and we've got a tie ball game at 14.
For the 2-point conversion.
So, just like that, Cathedral Prep marches down the field. After their opening possession, we're tied at 14. We'll be back in a moment on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
With 9 minutes and 9 seconds.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on. Right here, close to home.
Welcome back here to Linden Field as the answer the Ramblers needed. After giving up a touchdown just before the half with 6 seconds, they come out of the locker rooms and march down the field as they go 80 yards and just about 251 of game action, capped off by the 4-yard touchdown run from Desari Carson. As this one from Matthew Oblick, fielded right back around by Cohen Beachley around his own 2-yard line. He gets out to about the 22-yard line, but a flag flies while he is being tackled.
Flags on the play.
Typically, it's a hold on these returns, and it is. So McLane's
indication against the Lancers.
Going to have to go pretty far back, probably back to their own 12-yard line. So this is a test for McLane, and I think what happens sometimes when teams go on long win streaks or a team has not been pressured all season is that they haven't had to do this in a long time. They have typically been up by several touchdowns in second half, and they have to kind of find their mindset in a close game. I don't think it takes long. I think they'll be okay, but it is a little bit of a different territory for the Lancers. But again, I think this is probably expected. They knew this wasn't going to be a 58-0 game.
Talked about it all week. They know how important this one is, but they knew it was going to be a dogfight. And here we are tied at 14 with 9 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Man in motion. As Gabe Montroy in the pitch there this time. Jared Corwin on that quick little toss, and he is dropped back at the 10. That's going to be a 2-yard loss.
Looks like Gavin Easter with that play. Great, absolute perfect form tackle there. Easter, who we haven't said a whole lot tonight, but great job and a great statement in the first down. All of a sudden, Prep has all the momentum in this game.
Again, that goes down as a pass, but the Ramblers coming out trying to get rolling here. You mentioned their playoff hopes teetering on the balance. It's the big shift here. Montroy, Holler, Corwin all go. right to left. Caro, play action pass, looking deep downfield. He has Montroy, who goes up and makes the spectacular catch at the 45-yard line for a pickup of 35 over the defender, and he's staying down just a tad injured.
He hit that turf really hard. Well, he gave up his body, and he landed on his back and his backside and bounced off the turf. He also had Caden Haller wide open over the middle. That might have gone for a touchdown. So he just didn't see him going across the middle. But nonetheless, it's still a 40-yard gain. It's a huge play.
So the big passing play, as it looks like a bit of a cramp here. We'll see if they can get him up. And he's ready to go. Gets a standing ovation from the crowd after that big passing play.
And that ball came out a little late, underthrown. That is 100% Gabe Montroy with making that great catch there over top of the defender, and now shifts the momentum back to the Lancers.
So 1st and 10 from the 45 of GM. That has been the staple of this game for this Lancer offense. Hasn't been the fast and steady. It's been the big plays that have added up.
From their own 45.
Beachley motions to the right of Caro as they shift the line. Caro, little pitch to Corwin. Boy, was that dangerous. There was a defender right in the area. Corwin will take it for a gain of 2.
And that was Bryce Brooks. Brooks 6 tackles last week. He disrupted and almost blew that play up completely. A great job there.
2nd and 8.
General McLane working on 2nd and 8. As it's Beachley taking it to the left side of the speed. He gets it to the outside. Excuse me, that's Bennett.
Bennett, the ball carrier.
He works down to the 35-yard line for a pickup
by Easter
of 12.
And you can't help but root for players like Bennett, who looks like he's probably 5'5", 5'6", but he is super quick and super athletic.
And why not give it back to him as a flag flies from the deep back
Bennett,
judge.
the ball carrier.
It's down to the 31 for now. That'd be a pickup of 4.
On the play.
Looks like an illegal substitution. So that'd be 12 players on the field for Prep.
Substitution foul against Prep.
Or someone couldn't get off the field in time. And now McLane pushes back.
Penalty yardage.
Penalty yardage marked off to the 26.
Penalty yardage to the 26-yard line.
That'll bring up a first.
Second and
short. 1, excuse me, after the 4-yard carry. Bring up a 2nd and 1 here. 2 receivers, 1 split out to either side. It's Caro going play action, the quick little dump off to Holler. He has some space. And a good job on defense. Not before, though, a first down for GM.
Receiving into Caro's pass. Harris.
And a good job. McLean looks like Jason Harris made that tackle. He came up limping a little bit. That's a big player to bring down, but a good play to keep that from going all the way to the end zone.
That was a pickup of 4. 4th catch of the night for Holler.
Bennett, the ball carrier.
As Bennett runs it for 2.
Bennett tries the middle of the line with the larger players. He still gets a couple yards, so you got to love the way he battles. And so now McLean just chipping away here.
21-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Give him 1. 4 completions so far in this half. I think 3 of the 4 for Caro have maybe gone about a yard from the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless getting the job done. As Caro play action, now he looks over the middle. He has McConnell, who catches it down and carries a defender down to the 4. That's going to be a pickup of 17.
And that's one of the tougher throws on the night, and one of the better throws. A risky throw that the safety never picked up the quarterback, and he could have stepped in there and picked that off.
Quick pitch to Bennett, who tries the right side, can't get to the end zone. He gets maybe 2.
And that looked like he was heading into the end zone.
Down near the 2-yard line.
McLean with a quick adjustment. But back to that last play, Caro made a great throw, and the safety never really pinched up and in, and that deep slant was there, and a great pass. He's pushing 300 again.
And you see a Prep defender at Oblick. He comes sprinting across the line. So that'll be the 2, half the distance to the goal, take us down to the 1.
So it was Caro who set a team record earlier this year with 346.
Offside, the
This would be
indication
his
against Prep,
fourth,
half
if he
the
gets there, his
distance.
fourth 300-yard game
Penalty
this year.
yardage to the 1 yard line. Still second down.
Second and goal still, now from the 2 to the 1. 5 and 15 and counting. Carroll looks to the sideline. He's going to run out to a receiver. And taking the football and running it in, practically untouched. That time is Kyle McConnell for the 1 yard touchdown run.
So Prep didn't make any adjustments on defense. They weren't fooled necessarily, but they couldn't stop the run. No one touched them. So McConnell, who has caught 9 touchdown passes, that is his third rushing touchdown. Or no, I'm sorry, he had 2 touchdowns last week. He has 9 receiving touchdowns and certainly capable of doing the job in the running back. So it's punch and counter punch, and now it'll be Prep's turn.
And it's Sindlinger lining up to make it a 7-point lead. Hold a little low. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The score, 21-14. General McLane back here in a moment on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
Have you cleaned out your gutters, properly insulated your attic, and you're still experiencing dangerous icicles and ice dams during the winter months? Leon Construction can keep things flowing with our self-regulating heat cable on your eaves and in your gutters and downspouts. Warm things up this winter and get peace of mind. Call today or visit us at leoncep.com and enjoy winter this season. Leon Construction, the king of quality.
Friday nights in our community mean one thing: high school football. And just like your hometown team, McMillan's Towing is always ready when you need us most. From breakdowns and accidents to roadside emergencies, McMillan's Towing has you covered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. McMillan's Towing, proud to support our student athletes and the entire community this season. McMillan's Towing, reliable, professional, always here when you need us. Call 814-897-8989.
We welcome back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week as the Sindlinger kick through the end zone. And that means Cathedral Prep will once again start from its 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
5 minutes left here in quarter number 3 and trailing once again by 7.
And the Ramblers with a great drive despite having 2 dropped passes in that last drive too. And they still were able to go down and score. So if they can fix the drop passes, they're going to be even more dangerous.
So Friedman will set up shop with 4 receivers wide, 3 to the top of your screen, and Desari Carson, the lone back behind him. Friedman changes things at the line. And hands it off, ball on the ground, and Haller with the recovery.
Recovered by Haller.
And this is
Haller on the fumble recovery.
This is the time when you see in the NCAA Division I where they focus in on the fans with the hands on their heads. It's a hands on their heads shot. Yeah, I was just about to say there have been, I don't think, any turnovers in this game.
The interception from Friedman back in quarter number 1.
So it goes without saying that's just devastating. Turning the ball inside your own 20, give them an instant red zone.
So 4:53 to go in the third quarter. 16 yards is all GM needs for another touchdown. And it's Bennett going to run it to the right side. And he is hit quickly, maybe for a loss of 1 back to the 17.
Looks like Dominic. No, I think it might have been Bryce Brooks that hit him. He was moving so fast. It was Tucker Pilatus, 34, not 24. He's really popped him on that play. Good defense.
On the play, second down.
So to be second and 11, I do, according to the markers down on the field, make it a 1 yard loss for Bennett. Carroll will work out of the shotgun. Motion man, Salvo. As play action, wide open over the middle and in for the score is General McLane. It's Caden Haller for a second receiving touchdown of the game.
He had his choice of about 3 guys that were wide open over the middle. I don't know if someone ran the wrong pattern, but what's crazy is they were both running side by side wide open in the end zone.
And
so
it was the 2 big tight ends right next to each other. One could have caught and pitched to the other. 16-yard touchdown pass makes it, as it stands, 27-14 pending the extra point from Sindlinger. As that kick bounces over. How about that? Blocked and over for Sindlinger to make it a 28-14 lead. Back in a moment here on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
Ready to create the kitchen of your dreams? Nova Cabinets, Countertops, and Floors is making it easier than ever with our Dream Kitchen deal. Picture this: sleek, custom-built European cabinets crafted just for you in your choice of 3 stunning colors. Pair them with custom-made stone countertops available in 5 gorgeous shades, and you've got a kitchen that's not just beautiful, it's yours. And here's the best part: you can get it all for just $9.
Craving something fresh, delicious, and locally sourced? At Give a Crepe La Creperie, we serve up savory and sweet crepes made with the best ingredients and crafted with care. And yes, we've got 100% gluten-free and vegan options too. Join us at our location in the heart of Little Italy. Whether you're in the mood for a quick bite or a leisurely meal, we've got you covered with cozy indoor seating, alfresco dining, and easy carry-out options. Come experience flavors that are fresh, vibrant, and made with care. It's easy to give a crepe about Erie.
We welcome you back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Just 45 seconds between the 2 touchdowns for the Lancers as Sindlinger sends this one away. It's going to be taken around the 1, but stepping back into the end zone that time as there was Marquise Leggett.
Will take over 1st and 10
so starting again at the 20 for the Ramblers, who now have to overcome a 2-score deficit to try and get back into this one.
And so the Lancers have not taken a penalty. They put Prep into a 2-score deficit, exactly how the third quarter they wanted to go. And now they put Prep doesn't have to throw the ball a lot still. There's still a whole other quarter. You go down the field, you move quickly, but you move down the field, run the ball. You can get within a score, you're right back in it. So it's not frantic throw time yet.
Friedman started the shotgun. They go back to Carson, who had the fumble in the last series.
Carson, the ball carrier.
He works his way out to the 28 for a pickup of 8 on that first down run.
Sharp on the stop, gain out near the 28-yard line.
And again, it's just Carson constantly churning up 6, 7, 8 yards. Don't know what his yards per carry. It's probably at least 5. So that's such a huge weapon to have. And you still give him the ball. You still have plenty of time.
Stands at 2nd and 2. 5.6 so far tonight for Carson on the handoff to Oblick on the end around as he gets across the 30 to the 35 and pushes his way out around the 37. That's going to be a pickup of 9.
And the Lancers wanted a hold on that. I mean, everyone's always asking for a hold on every run, but some of them complaining a little bit loudly on that one is not called. New set of downs.
1st and 10 as the handoff goes to the right side for Carson, who works across the 40, has a lane to run, still working at the 50. He's tripped up there by McConnell.
Saved a touchdown probably.
50-yard line.
So McConnell,
Lancer territory,
who scored a touchdown tonight,
for the Lancers on the stop,
probably kept him from scoring. So that play will be forgotten at the end of the night. But that is a huge play that he just made.
15-yard carry. And a fresh set of downs for the Ramblers, who are now in Lancer territory. Carson tries the left side this time and has some blockers in front of him as he works down to the 43-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5.
On the stop.
And you kind of forget sometimes of, and it looks like Carson's slow to get up, of how hard that is to be a running back. And Carson's quickly to his feet again, but he's hurting. He went down pretty hard. I'm not really sure what he hurt, but he's going to miss a play at least. Of how hard that is to be a running back. You just think about how hard you have to run, and you get up and you sprint again, you sprint again, and you sprint again, and that's why they work them so hard in the summertime in the two-a-days because of that. And you watch these players do this, and it just seems they make it look so easy, but that is such a difficult thing to do.
Clock winds under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. 2nd and 5 from the 43. As we get the handoff here. And that time is Williams working his way inside the 40 down to the 39 for a pickup of 4.
Carson missed about 4 plays on the last scoring drive. He's going to miss at least a couple here. That's a big weapon out of the lineup, but Ramblers have done a good job overcoming and going to some of their deeper running backs. And Williams does a great job. He's a lot taller than Carson. Not as forceful as a running back, but he's very athletic.
6'2", 204 is the play action. Friedman downfield. That one's going to be about 3 yards in front of his intended receiver that time, Davion Edmond. As Friedman had a nice rhythm, just a couple yards each time ahead on the misses.
And that's a low percentage pass, and the coverage was there. So he really, he had probably what he saw as single coverage on that receiver, and maybe he saw the safety take a step up because we have an official's timeout. But and so maybe he had, you take that chance, but it's not been successful going downfield for Friedman tonight.
You mentioned Williams in at the running back, stands at 6 foot tall, 204 for the senior.
6 foot? He looks a lot taller than that.
Things may be bigger or smaller than you appear, I guess, from up here. As Williams, Collar was there, and look at Williams. Turned what was going to be about a 6-yard loss, work his way down to the 30 for a pickup of 9, maybe 10.
And the entire the grandstand and the entire McLane bench were yelling hold on that. I didn't see it. I wasn't really watching that particular player, but everybody else, I guess, saw it. But again, you see with your heart a lot of times. I do the same thing in the teams I root for, but McLane doing an okay job, but Prep's doing a good job of churning out the yardage. They can get right back in it with a score.
Friedman surveying. He's looking downfield, and this one intercepted. As I believe it's McConnell who picked it off. He's going the other way. He's back out to the 40, and again a promising Rambler drive is thwarted in General McLane territory. Second interception of the night for the Lancer defense.
And so Friedman had a shoulder fake. He wanted to do maybe it was a pump and go or a fake out and up or whatever, but no one bet on the McLane defense. And his intended receiver never knew the ball was in the air. So just a miscommunication and an absolutely devastating turnover. Everybody who's watched 1 minute of football know that the turnover battle 90% wins the game, and it's slipping away from the Ramblers right now.
So this drive will start at the 41. With 1:14 left in the third quarter for GM, and now they're going to turn to the ground game as running it hard.
Reaching the ball carrier.
As that time.
Near the Prep 45-yard line. First down yardage
that
for the
was
Lancers.
Swenson as he went across for a pickup
Swenson, the ball carrier.
14.
And worth mentioning that Desiree Carson probably shaved a touchdown on that play by tackling. It didn't look like there were a lot of linemen on that side that McConnell was running the ball back, so he may have saved 6 points in a quick defensive mode.
Now Charlie Bennett, a good running back rotation here for Marshall McCormick's crew in second half of play. Swenson has 5 carries tonight for 30 as Bennett working as the sidecar to the left. The two big tight ends shift right to left. And Holler and Corwin. High snap, but able to contain it, and Bennett takes it. He's going to roll and still working his way inside the 30 as he's down to the 27 for a pickup of 18.
Yeah, we got 2 Prep players down on that play.
Down to the 27-yard line.
Looks like Jason Harris and Gavin Easter, 2 very talented defensive players, are both down for the Ramblers, and that's obviously something you don't want to see.
And both in some agony down there on the field.
Yeah, it looks like Harris was holding his wrist, and that's just insult to injury, literally. So,
please report to the red tent.
What a running back that Bennett is, and knowing covering sports and being involved in sports. The players that are undersized, it may be viewed as underdogs. You root for them a little bit more maybe sometimes because they have to make up for their size for something else, and he is lightning quick. I mean, he is very, very hard. So a good job by Bennett churning up the yards and just adding to this depth of this amazing McLane team.
Jason Harris is stomping his right foot. You can tell just the agony as Mike Mishler comes over to check on his 2 injured players here. And while we have a moment, let's please thank the General McLane School District. The great opportunity to come here twice to Linden Field this year and celebrate high school football at its finest here between the 2 teams. A couple of weeks ago between Fort LaBeouf, General McLane, as well as tonight between General McLane and Cathedral Prep. We want to thank Jamie Sobolewski and her great crew here for allowing us to come down and bring you this game here tonight. Also want to thank our great sponsors that have been a part of this ride all year long. That includes Leon's Construction, Nova Countertops and Kitchens, Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, Meadville Medical Center, and Plastic that have been a part of this ride all year long, bringing these games to wherever you may be watching. throughout the country, throughout the region. We thank them for all that they do. As it is the end of the third quarter with zeros on the clock. One player in Harris, I believe, is up. Another still being tended to, and a couple of medical personnel around him. So for right now, as I believe Harris is up on his feet and getting an ovation from the crowd, but still with one player down, has not sat up. So what we're going to do here as we get ready for quarter number 4, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment here on the Game of the Week with, at the end of 3, 28-14, General McLane leading Cathedral Prep.
Your home is your castle, but is your roof fit for a king? At Leon Construction, we provide top-tier roofing to shield your home from leaks and the damaging effects of water. With premium materials, expert craftsmanship, and lifetime warranties, we don't just build roofs, we build protection. Get the royal treatment your home deserves. Call today for your free roof inspection. Leon Construction, the king of quality. Call 450-4601 or visit us online at leoncep.com.
At Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, our growing team of surgeons utilize cutting-edge, patient-centered procedures and treatments to get you active and healthy again. From high-quality personalized care to state-of-the-art injury treatment and prevention, the choice has been clear for over 50 years. The largest, most skillful team of orthopedic specialists in Crawford County, delivering orthopedic care that you and your family depend on, right here, close to home.
Still an injured Cathedral Prep Rambler as now sitting up and up to his feet that time is Gavin Easter. And a standing ovation from the crowd as he takes a moment still as they call for a couple of his teammates to help him to the sidelines, but a good sign that both Harris and Easter able to make their way to their feet. Easter is going to need to be guided by his teammates to the sideline as we welcome you back for quarter number 4 here from Linden Field. The score, General McLane 28-14, and 2 teammates carrying him off for Easter that time. As it's Javante Hampton among those carrying him off, but good to see both sides that both gentlemen were able to get up from the injuries and make their way to the Cathedral Prep sidelines as Harris jogs it off the other Cathedral Prep Rambler.
Man, it looked like Harris's right hand or wrist. He's able to run off. Not sure if we're going to see him, but Easter couldn't put any weight on either one of his legs, so I wonder if it was his back or something. We can't speculate, but it's more than just a football player. Obviously, the coach Mishler and the parents are here. Genuine concern for the well-being of his players. So when the coach goes out there, it's not just for show. Obviously, they work with him a lot, and they're students at the school. I mean, they know them. So hopefully that it's not as severe as it looked, at least with Gavin Easter. Hopefully we can see him again. He's a very versatile, both sides of the ball type of player.
That play ended the third quarter.
So as we reset things here,
28, Cathedral Prep 14.
Currently
Lancers
stands
will have it first and 10
at the 27 for General McLane's
27-yard
offense at the Cathedral Prep 27.
And this would be, I think, a knockout blow. Getting 7 points from McLane, going up by 3 scores, and as we just talked about, losing 2 really key members of both sides of the ball, all in a couple of minutes, would be a devastating blow to the Ramblers.
So Carroll will work out of the shotgun. 4 receivers as the 2 tight ends come in tight. Carroll directing things here as the handoff, the ball on the ground, and who comes up with it? There was a pile. Cathedral Prep indicating they have it, and they do. Paul Pilotowski, the official, as that time Cohen Beachley, but it is Matthew Oblick. Excuse me, check that. It's coming up to pick that one up was Tucker Pilatus on the recovery.
And just like that, everything changes. It looks like the Ramblers are down. They're down emotionally. 2 of their good players are out, at least temporarily, maybe for the game. McLane looks like they're going to go in for the finishing touches to a 35-14 lead. And just like that, it completely changes. So the Ramblers have enough time. They get something on the board here in this drive, and they're right back in it. Just like that.
So Cathedral Prep will start things from its own 32 with 11:55 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and just about a full quarter of play to try and get at least 2 scores. Think about overtime is Matthew Oblick.
Goodness.
That time, again, the third
Friedman's
time he's
pass
dropped one
incomplete.
tonight. As Friedman had him, and he
intended
had the ability to run.
I just feel for him. You know, it's if I'm watching a professional team, I'm
Second
yelling
down.
at the TV. But with high school students, you just he's a good player, and he's just having one of those miserable nights where it's just not working for him.
0 for 5 in here in the second half for Davin Friedman. A couple of those, though, when you look at the stats, the box score, obviously Matthew Oblick would like to have back on the receiving side of things. So 2nd and 10 from the 32. Friedman, quick pass out here as this one gets to the outside. Carson trying to get back to the line of
Carson
scrimmage,
on the
but
reception.
he's going to be dropped for about a
Friedman's
yard loss.
What a great defensive play to stick to that tackle. It's hard to – you see a lot of missed tackles on those kind of plays because of the momentum coming through on those plays. Your momentum kind of carries you past the ball carry, and you're trying to bring around Desari Carson. So it's a very difficult play to make, but a very good one and a strong tackle. The McLane keeping them in check. I believe that was Cohen Beachley that made that tackle. I'm not certain.
So, nonetheless, a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11 for Davin Friedman and company. And you would imagine with the dwindling sets, this is a 4th down. Go for it as Friedman slides forward. He's going to have enough as he gets out to the 44. That's a pickup of 12. So, as I fumbled over my words, that's a moot point.
Svensson on the stop for
Fresh
the
set of
Lancers.
downs out to
Ruled
the
a first down
43.
for Cathedral
And
Prep.
Friedman wisely sliding. I was
Started at
concerned
the
for his well-being with
43-yard
5 pink shirts about to obliterate him. So a good heads-up play to slide.
So, Friedman resets here with 4 wide. He's going to look to pass. Goes to the far boundary and catch there. It's still working. At that time, it was complete to Cameron Sansom as he works into McLane territory.
Unfortunately, he steps out of bounds. He would have got another 15, if not more, but a good throw and catch there. A little risky. He didn't have a lot of separation there, but a good throw that time by Friedman, who's had trouble completing passes, and he's had a lot of drops.
Pickup of 10 on the play into GM territory. They go back to the air, and that time Sansom can't haul it in.
Pass falls incomplete.
Had another drop for Prep, although that was a tougher catch. That ball wasn't really right in his chest.
Second down.
But that's, if you count that one, that's 5 or 6, and that's just a killer.
So 2nd and 10 from the 47, and the handoff goes to Carson. Tries to cut it up. He's dropped
Carson, the ball
the
carrier.
46 for just about a yard gain.
Brought
And a
down
great
by
job,
Morosky.
Caden Haller, in that pursuit.
Short gain
Didn't
on
really
the
get
play.
credit for the tackle,
Second
but
down
Luke
from
Morosky
the
gets credit for the tackle.
46-yard
Haller
line.
created that chaos. Great play again. He has done a great job, as always, from his end spot.
So it's 3rd and 9 as the flags fly. It'll be a false
Flags
start
on
at
the
Cathedral
play.
Prep to make it an even longer 3rd down conversion.
Indication procedure
And it looks like Caden Haller left the game
against the Ramblers. 5 yards.
getting his left hand taped up. It looked like that,
Penalty
not a
already
serious
taken to the
injury, just
Prep
kind of an
49
annoying
yard
injury that
line.
he needs his fingers taped, so he's
3rd
going to miss a
and
couple
14.
plays.
3rd and 14 here for Cathedral Prep at the back on their side of the 50. And that time, Jared Corwin. So we're just going to trade the 5 yards. So we're back to a 3rd and 9.
So the Ramblers absolutely
Offside
have to
the
score on this
indication
drive,
against the
and
Lancers,
Haller's
5
right
yards.
back in it. Just a minor little tweak.
And up. Go ahead, Jamie.
I'm just reiterating that the Ramblers don't get 7 on this. They're in big trouble.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
An update from
From
Major
the
League
46.
Baseball. Eugenio Suarez's 2nd home run of the game, a grand slam, is late in this one. It is Seattle leading Toronto 6-2 as they move to the top of the 9th. 4 set out for Friedman, who's going to take off again this time. He tries to avoid 1, gets to the 40, down to
Friedman, the ball carrier.
38-yard line. He's going to be about 2 shy
Down near the
of that
Lancers
first down
38-yard
marker.
line. Corwin and Sharp on the stop.
And Friedman using
It'll be
his legs. He
fourth
hasn't
down,
really
one.
run a lot tonight. He has run this season.
And on 4th and 1.
Carson, the ball carrier.
It looks like Carson did not, on the near side judge, did not get there. But they're going to discuss this one. They're going to place it
Corwin on the stop
at
for
about
the
the
Lancers.
38. And Paul
Officials
Pilotowski, the head
timeout for
official, is
measurement.
going to call for a measurement.
What a play by Jared Corwin. What a play. He just exploded and just swallowed up Carson on that play. I think a lot of the people that are below us in the press box feel that they got a favorable spot. It looks like, from our angle, he's short by a considerable margin.
Yeah, by about
like a whole yard.
Yeah, 3/4 to a yard.
I'm not sure why they're measuring this and why they're not measuring it.
That they're getting, I think, getting the chain gangs
okay.
to bring it over. The virtual first down markers have not made it yet from the NFL to the high school ranks.
It's astonishing it was just this year that they've implemented that in the NFL. The sticks and chains that have been in place since like the 1920s are still being used in the NFL.
So we'll set things here.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah, it's a full yard and a half.
I don't understand why they measured that. I'm baffled.
Takes over on downs, 1st and 10.
I don't know why they did that. Either way, I mean.
8:50 to go, so that drive encompasses about 3:05. And nonetheless, it's big trouble now for Cathedral Prep.
Yeah, and the run game is takes a back
First and
seat
10
to the
Lancers
pass
from
game
their
for the
own
Lancers, but
38-yard
they
line.
still have run the ball excellent with Bennett running the ball. He's not out there right now, but they have a lot of players who can run the ball, and they're going to try to eat time off of this clock.
As the
Flag on the play. Delay a game on the Lancers.
delay a game on General McLane to start that drive. They have
Penalty
12
yardage.
penalties so far tonight.
Down to the 33-yard line. First
The
and
fans are
15.
even booing the delay of game. I think they're just mad at the refs. I mean, that's pretty cut and dry.
Well, it is final from Seattle. The final game in Seattle for the American League Championship Series. A 6-2 victory for the Mariners, who are now a win away from the World Series.
Yeah, you got to root for them. I don't have a rooting interest, but you'd love to see a city that's never been there.
As the handoff here goes to Swenson. He tries the left side of the line.
Swenson, the ball carrier.
And from the 33 out to the
Near
36
the
for a pickup of
36-yard
3.
line.
So if
3
Seattle does go to the World Series, that leaves your
Spalding.
Pittsburgh Pirates as the team that has now played the most games without appearing in a World Series.
On the 46-year anniversary.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Second and
The
12.
Wheel Family Pirates. 2nd down and 12. And if you're interested, the Dodgers 3 runs in the first inning, including a Shohei Ohtani leadoff home run, as they need a victory tonight to punch their ticket to a
Boy,
second
you got to
World
root for
Series.
them, man. I hope they win. I hope they win every game, and then baseball has a lockout.
That's the low snap handoff to Swenson, who cuts across the 40 before he's met
Swenson,
by
the ball
Matthew
carrier.
Oblick. Gets to the 42. That's going to be a
Oblick
pickup of 6.
headed with the stop.
Bring up a 3rd
Getting out
and
near
6.
the
So right now it's
42-yard
about
line.
protecting the ball. I know that seems obvious,
Third
but
and 6.
that's what the Ramblers are going to be doing. They're going to be punching for the ball. They got to get a turnover here to have a chance.
So the 2 tight ends shift to the left side, an unbalanced line here. As Caro looks to the sideline to reset here. So there's 15 left on the play clock. They're going to wind every second of it as they can't see too many passes coming the way if they can pick up this first down. Caro is going to hand it off to Swenson. He's across the 45, pushes his way to a first down out to the 49.
Swenson,
He
the ball
needed 6,
carrier.
gets 7.
First down
Great
yardage.
effort there by Swenson, who's
Out to the 49-yard line.
kind
It'll be first down
of
Lancers.
doesn't get his name called as
From
much,
there.
but every time he's done it, he's done an excellent job. And Ramblers really needed to get a 3 and out there. They've only done it once. Very few teams have done it this year against McLane. who is very rarely punted this season.
8 carries for 46 unofficially for Swenson here tonight. As 5 different players have also caught a pass tonight. Kaiser, Corwin, Haller, McConnell, and Montroy. From Caro, it's the motion man to Swenson. That quick little flip play to Corwin as he pushes across the 50 to the 49 of Cathedral Prep for 2 more.
And that's okay. You just turn up more clock. Tucker Pilatus, one of the primary play stoppers on that.
On the stop.
And as long as you can eat up clock, that's all they care about.
Yep, keep the clock moving at this point as it ticks to 6:14. Continues to move on a 2nd and 8. 28-14 the lead for General McLane, and it all changed in one drive as McLane answered. Big 3rd down pass, or a 2nd down pass, excuse me, to Gabe Montroy that set up a big drive run, 1-yard touchdown run. As still working and running that side as flags fly.
Jeez.
Beachley, the ball carrier.
Cohen Beachley.
Flags on the play.
It's a block in the back.
Gets down to the 43, but this one likely marching backwards.
Yeah, I think a flag came from like every possible corner of this field. So
indication against the Lancers.
They called it a hold, but it looked like an illegal block. It doesn't matter. It's a pretty obvious call there.
So that'll march it back 10 yards. Back onto the General McLane side of things.
I was surprised there wasn't. It didn't look like the face mask was grabbed. It looked like it was just brushed on Beachley when he was running. So I don't think that was a miss on that one, even though the fans wanted that one.
So 2nd and 14. That's where we set things up.
And McLane wants to milk this all the way down. Doing a good job.
As Bennett going to work to the far side, try and stretch the field. As he gets across the 50, still working down the sideline, inside the 40.
Bennett, the ball carrier.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line,
down
it looks like.
Prep 35-yard line.
They get up to the 35, so that'll be a pickup.
Harrison Leggett
of 20.
Credited with the stop.
Bennett's just been super productive. Every time they've asked him to carry the ball, he puts up 10, 15 yards. He always gets a bigger cheer from the crowd, too, which is always great to hear. He's done a great job tonight.
So 35-yard line of Cathedral Prep is where the fresh set of downs will ensue for General McLane. And again, taking all the time they need. Motion man is Corwin, the flip to Haller as they set things up. He's going to try to get to the outside, tries to stay on his feet, but works his way down to the 31 for a pickup of 4.
Credited with the stop.
And we got whistles.
Spotted at the 31.
There was a timeout.
4 yards on the play.
Before the play, so as a timeout there, we will take one as well. Back in a moment on the Erie News Now. Game of the week. As we welcome you back here. 4:31 to go. That was the first charge timeout to the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. So 2nd and 5 now for General McLane. Scaro out of the shotgun. That's going to be handed off and goes
Swenson,
up the
the ball
middle.
carrier.
Swenson, as he works down.
Gained down near the 32-yard line.
27.
Hurdle, credited with the stop.
Pickup of about 4 to bring up a 3rd and 1.
And this is obvious. Go for it on 4th if you don't get this. There's no question
ball
about it.
at the 27-yard line.
Not sure how Coach
It'll
Mishler
be
wants to
3rd
spread
and
out
2.
his timeouts. Timeout also to kind of stop the momentum, give his players a rest, as well as trying to get a stoppage. But without a 2-minute stoppage, you got to be creative in your timeouts.
Tight ends and Corwin and Holler motion. As the handoff to Swenson, bounces off a tackle and dives forward to about
Swenson,
the
the ball
31,
carrier.
which would be close to the first down yardage.
On the stop for prep.
See if he got the yard he needed.
Officials timeout for injury.
As there's an injury timeout, we're going to step aside. Back in a moment on the Erie News Now game of the week.
Thinking of selling but feeling stressed and just don't know where to begin? As Erie Senior Care Expert, I can make selling your home a little less stressful by personally assisting you from beginning to end. I will be there personally every step of the way. Beat your competition and list now while the housing inventory is low and the seller's market is still hot. Call D. Caruana and Associates today and put my one-of-a-kind multimedia marketing plan to work for you. Your home could be the next one on our sold list.
The holidays are upon us, and when your friends party, they spill their drinks. When they spill their drinks, it ruins your floors, and ruined floors make you mad.
What's his problem?
This year, be ready with durable waterproof planks from Erie Floors, with wear layers that'll withstand your fiendish visitors and their dreadful spills. Just make sure you come and see us before your guests arrive, because you never know what you'll spill this holiday season. Erie Floors, our world is under your feet.
And we welcome you back to the Erie News Now game of the week. That was the 2nd timeout charge for the injury. Cathedral Prep, they have 1 remaining. We have 3:39 to go. As GM has the ball, leading 28-14, things all changed. As coming out of the half, Cathedral Prep scored. It was a 4-yard Desari Carson run. 2-point try was good by Matthew Oblick on the direct staff. They made it 14-14, but General McLane deep in their own territory. A Gabe Montroy pass that went for 35 yards. Picked up a big first down and continued that drive that ended in a 1-yard touchdown run by Kyle McConnell. On the next prep possession, first play, Carson put the ball on the turf, and it was recovered by GM. It needed just 45 seconds from the previous touchdown for a 17-yard touchdown pass. It was Matt Caro to Caden Holler for the 2nd time on the night, 28-14, and that has been our scoring here in the second half as we have another whistle because it was a close, after the injured player, the run previous was pretty close. And now they're saying it's 4th down, so they said he didn't get to the first down marker. Paul Pilotowski, the head official, will head over to talk to Mike Mishler.
And they charged him with a timeout. I thought they just called a timeout, but I don't know if it was because of the injury. So I'm not really sure what would be discussed on this play or why they would stop play for that. It's kind of strange. So this is big. This Ramblers have they absolutely have to stop it, and they still need something special to happen, even if they stop it. So.
So 4th and 1 from the 26 of Cathedral Prep as we reset things here. Caro.
And another stoppage. What is happening here? And the side judge is still talking to Mishler. They're going to stop the game again. This is very strange. I'm not sure why they're doing this. Now, once is a little odd, but twice it's not part of the game. So I'm not sure why they're doing it.
things here. Now have it sorted out, it appears.
And the McLane side is, up and screaming at the side judge on this side of, why are you stopping play when we're trying to run a 4th down play? And we're going to have another whistle.
As it's a timeout, Marshall McCormick, I think, wants to talk things over. We'll take our final timeout of this half, and we'll be back here with the conclusion of this one. 3:39 to go on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
First of the half.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to make becoming a member easy. Walk in, sign up, and start saving. We tend to your needs with lower rates, fewer fees, and personalized service. 10 to joining, 10 to thriving, 10 to enjoying the benefits today. Easy to join, built for you. 10-2 Credit Union.
The fall leaves are beautiful until they clog your gutters. With Leon Construction's gutter protection, say goodbye to the messy cleanups and stay off your ladder for good. Our expertly installed systems keep debris out and water flowing, protecting your home all season long. Get ready for fall and call today or visit us at leoncep.com and never clean your gutters again. Leon Construction, the king of quality.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to your home remodeling dreams with low rates on home improvement loans. We tend to making upgrades easier so you can tend to the home you've always wanted. 10 to low rates, 10 to big changes. 10 to your dream home today. Low rates, big dreams. 10-2 Credit Union.
Welcome you back to the Erie News Now Game of the Week. Out of a couple of stoppages there, it's a 4th and 1 from the 26. Lancers looking to convert here and put this game on ice.
This is the longest play ever. We've been sitting at this 4th and 1.
8 minutes for a 4th and 1 play as Caro motions Beachley to the side, and then the direct snap as Caro has a dive towards the 25, which would be enough for the first down. Are they going to move the chains, though? They will. First down on the Caro keeper.
I thought we were going to have another measurement.
At the 25-yard line.
And there's not a lot the Ramblers can do at this point with just the one timeout. And so turnovers, that was the key. The 2 turnovers, they were already battling the Lancers and doing an okay job and kind of holding on, and those turnovers killed them. And then the injuries to 2 key players didn't help, both logistically and emotionally.
Swenson, the ball carrier, short gain.
Swenson takes that one and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Hurdle.
His 10th carry of the night. Bring up a 2nd and 10, but more importantly, the clock continues to wind.
Call it no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
So not sure if Coach Missler's going to use this last timeout, whether it really means anything at this point. Maybe if they get to a 3rd or 4th down.
So 2nd and 10 with Caro. The motion man is Calvo, and the handoff goes to Bennett, who tries to get away from a tackle, and he is bent backwards there. He is dropped for a big loss. It's about 6 all the way back to the 31.
He went down kind of awkwardly, so good to see him pop back up. He's okay. And so that's it for the timeouts. Coach Mishler does take it on a 3rd down and long. So you still run the ball here. It is to get the clock. Go for it on 4th down. Run it again. No need to throw it.
2:08. And we want to tell you, as this is the second to last week of the regular season, our game coming up next week, we head to the Battle of the Bridge out at Harbor Creek as Harbor Creek hosts Iroquois to conclude regular season play. Out at Paul J. White Stadium. Should be a good one there between those two, despite where maybe Iroquois stands in the records and Harbor Creek has grinded things out this year. Always good when those two get together between Lawrence Park and the folks out there in Harbor Creek.
Yeah, I'm one of those residents of Harbor Creek, so it'll be in my backyard and always fun. That's where my kids went to school and love both school districts. It's a great place to be.
As the quick little pitch play to Corwin as he works his way, and he gets loose trying to find the end zone. He is brought down around the 16-yard line.
Corwin on the reception.
He gets 15 on that quick little pitch play.
And padding Caro's stats because that being a throw, and that's a safe throw. That's a throw you want to make, and a good heads-up play by Corwin to stay in bounds. So he would have got another 5 yards, but he would have gone out of bounds. So a good heads-up play. It seems like an obvious play, but it's tough when you're running the ball and you have all that excitement. It's hard to think clearly.
It'll be 4th and 1. And again, a first down would end this ball game. General McLane will take a timeout here as they let the clock wind down.
Timeout Lancers. Their second timeout of the half.
And so obviously take a knee after this and shake hands. And a great job by General McLane. They knew coming in this was not going to be a 58-7 game. And they cleaned up the penalties in the second half. They didn't turn the ball over like Prep, an unfortunate handoff to Carson, which was both Friedman and Carson didn't have the handle on the ball. And then Friedman, I think, just misread the defense in a pass that was intercepted. And that's really the difference here. It's not like McLane stepped all over him. McLane's a great team, and this is going to be tough for now Prep to get a playoff spot.
Yeah, Cathedral Prep next week will head down to Farrell to conclude its regular season as it currently stands. And General McLane, this is their final game of the year, final game rather of the regular season, as they'll get set for postseason play. They'll have likely the top seed in the 4A bracket. As trying to power forward
Swenson, the ball carrier.
is Swenson, as he gets maybe back
Short
to the line of
to gain,
scrimmage. So this will
Cathedral
be a turnover on downs.
From their own 16-yard line.
So we won't get a knee, but we're going to get some frantic throwing here, and no timeouts left either. Down by 2 scores, this would be miracle territory. But that keeps it from being over. So I like the public interest announcer here said that was short of the first down, apparently.
Hey, don't go anywhere here in just 1:17 as we will have the Valerio's Restaurant and Pizzeria post-game show. We'll recap this one for you and hand out our player of the game. A plethora of players to choose from here tonight on the General McLane sideline. Caden Holler, a couple of touchdown catches, the fumble recovery. Matt Caro has thrown for a bunch, as he usually does. You have Charlie Bennett, who's run for 68 tonight on 11 carries. So we will discuss and hand things out at the end of this one. But first, we still got to take away 117 as the pass out. Friedman complete and diving forward for 10, but they got to go quick. As that time it was complete to Cameron Sansom.
And kind of surprised Prep went to the outside on that, because in the defense that you have in this situation, you keep everything in the middle. You want them to give them 10, 15 yards over the middle because they got the clocks against them.
As Friedman trying to just buy time, and he has to throw it away.
Friedman's pass out of bounds.
Yeah, there's just not much you can do on that one. But,
second down.
You know, I would say down by 1 score, take the middle pass and take it over the middle and spike it or move up. But you're just in such a tough situation here. But down by 2 scores, you need a quick score and an onside kick. And, you know, Friedman doing what he can. He has no one in the backfield with him, so at least on the last couple of plays. And McLane only rushing 3, so really nothing is there in the secondary for Friedman.
Interesting formation. They're almost in a V, like the Mighty Ducks, as they have that pass sail behind Jason Harris, who's back in the game. Good to see, as he was injured earlier this half.
Yeah, McLane dropping 8 into coverage. There's just not going to be much room, even over the middle. They're not giving anything to Prep.
One single high safety, but look at that. Flying V. Brings you back to...
Just a sea of linebackers. There's just a sea of pink linebackers back there, and Friedman just doesn't have a lot of places to go.
The Disney movie, I'm waiting for Luis Mendoza to pop out somewhere and go flying up the ice. As that pass...
Friedman's pass is complete. To
that
Harris.
time to Harris
on the reception
for 10 yards.
And I'm not sure why the clock's
First down yardage.
I don't know why the clock stopped. The clock should not have stopped. They
First
marked
and 10 prep from the 36.
They marked him as out of bounds, but he looked to be inbounds. It's going to be trivial, but surprised on that one.
That one over the middle to Harris. This
throw.
one will be in bounds.
Pass complete to Harris.
The 36.
Montroy on the stop. Gain to the 44-yard line.
That was Friedman's best throw of the night, probably. That was a really nice throw to Harris.
Yeah. 25th passing attempt is that one flipped out. They're just going in that prevent defense as Harris catches it.
Harris again on the reception.
He's got to go right out of bounds. It's tough. You know, you get the ball and you want to make a play, and that law cost him about 10 seconds.
18. As they dump it off to Harris again, he does get out of bounds there with 4 seconds left. We have a flag on the near sideline.
14-yard line.
And it looked like there was some sort of battle between one of the offensive linemen or defensive linemen. A prep, Jack Adams, was laying on one of the McLane players after that play. But that's not going to be the call. It's going to be an illegal shift on the Ramblers. So
foul against prep.
And that play was not inbounds, so there's no runoff. He did run out of bounds. And McLane put everyone back at the goal line, just let them run. And they're going to do that again.
First and 15 from the 31-yard line.
So most likely the last play of the game.
4 seconds remaining.
They got 8 players inside the 10-yard line, does the Lancers. 7.
So 4 seconds remaining, 28-14 game, so just be a matter of pride, I guess, at this point if this one falls incomplete. And that is your ball game. As the celebration begins for the Lancers, who come away with a victory here tonight, 28-14 over Cathedral Prep, a long-awaited victory for the Lancers. They talked about it all week as they'll meet at midfield between Marshall McCormick and Mike Mishler as maybe a new era as McCormick takes down Mike Mishler in this one. We'll be back with the Valerio's Restaurant and Pizzeria post-game show. We'll hand out our player of the game and more. That's up next here on the Erie News Now Game of the Week.
Thinking of selling but feeling stressed and just don't know where to begin? As Erie's senior care expert, I can make selling your home a little less stressful by personally assisting you from beginning to end. I will be there personally every step of the way. Beat your competition and list now while the housing inventory is low and the seller's market is still hot. Call D. Caruana and Associates today and put my one-of-a-kind multimedia marketing plan to work for you. Your home could be the next one on our sold list.
Meet Bobby. Bobby banks at Marquette, but he's never stepped foot in the bank. Bobby opened his account online. He does everything online. Scanning a receipt? He does it while fighting an alien invasion. Tracking his budget? He does it storming the castle. Checking rewards points? He does it slaying dragons. He can do it all online. That's Bobby, and that's why he's with Marquette. Be like Bobby. Be empowered at Marquette Savings Bank.
At the Empty Keg, we believe a good meal feels like home. Family owned and a proud part of Edinboro's history, our doors have always been open to neighbors, friends, and newcomers alike. Our homestyle menu brings people together with hearty daily specials made to be shared. From seasonal beers and monthly tap features to happy hour specials after work, there's always something to raise a glass to. Whether it's a family dinner, a night out with friends, or just a place to unwind, the Empty Keg is where everyone belongs. The Empty Keg, where Edinboro comes together.
Craving authentic Italian flavors? Step into Valerio's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our food is made with the freshest ingredients where every bite is an escape to Italy. From fresh and delicious pizzas to calzones, wings, soups, and many other appetizers. Not only can you get our delicious food in our 3 locations, we also offer catering services. From business luncheons to weddings, we have your catering needs covered. So bring the whole family or make it a date night. It'll be an experience you won't forget.
Valerio's, fresh from Italy to you. The post-game show and player of the game are brought to you by Valerio's Italian Restaurant. Fresh from Italy to you.
We welcome you into the Valerio's Restaurant and Pizzeria post-game show. As I'm John Leidick alongside Jamie Murphy. The final score here tonight, General McLane 28, Cathedral Prep 14. And Jamie, it wasn't maybe the smoothest of what we've seen from General McLane in recent weeks, but they found a way with some of those big splash plays to come away with the victory tonight, including a couple of big turnovers.
Yeah, it seemed like Prep was holding on, keeping them close, keeping them within one score, doing what they needed to keep McLane from pulling away, and then they turned the ball over. And then they turned the ball over again. And that was just all that McLane needed. McLane was a little sloppy for their standards in the first half with the penalties. They cleaned that up in the second half. And then they got that really short field on the fumble. And from there on out, it was all McLane. They just imposed their will. And a credit to them. That's 8 wins in a row. And just what a great program they have.
Think about how this season started for General McLane. Again, some names to replace, including the Zeitz brothers. And they go down to Du Bois. Just wasn't their day. And 8 straight games. And finish it off with this one that I know they had circled on their calendars. It had been a while since they had beaten Cathedral Prep. What players told me, 2004, I believe, was the last time, from what players told me earlier this week. So certainly 21 years in the making, if that is the case here tonight. Let's take a look and recap the scoring for you, shall we? Things got started here tonight in the first quarter at the 5:04 mark. It was on a 4th and 17 from the Cathedral Prep 34, a 34-yard touchdown pass. Matt Caro to Caden Holler for a 7-0 score. It would stay that way into the second quarter, and that's when Desari Carson found the end zone for the Ramblers, and a missed extra point by Matt Oblick made it 7-6. But then, just before the half, with 6 seconds remaining, Matt Caro facing a 4th down and inches, 5-yard touchdown run to make it 14-6. And that's where we stood at the half. But Cathedral Prep, they had the fight. They come out of the locker rooms and they march down the field. Carson on the 4-yard touchdown run, 2-point try by Oblick on the direct snap, ties it at 14. And then this is where the momentum shifted once again. Deep in their own territory, the Lancers throw one up. Caro finds Gabe Montroy. And that was a pickup of 35 at the time, set them up near midfield, and that continued the drive as they were backed up 2nd and 12 deep in their own territory after a holding play to open on the kickoff. They march down the field. It's capped off. Caro motions out to a receiver. McConnell comes in as a quarterback, and he takes the direct snap for the 1-yard touchdown run, 21-14. Prep gets the ball back. They need an answer, but the ball hits the turf. Desari Carson can't hold on to the exchange from Davin Friedman. And it needs just one play for Caro to find Holler for the touchdown, 28-14, and that's where things finished off in the scoring department tonight. A fumble, 2 turnovers, the turnover margin 3-1 in favor of General McLane to Cathedral Prep. Really kind of the story of how this one unfolded.
Yeah, and McLane did an okay job defensively, or Prep did an okay job, even though the numbers didn't really reflect that in that first half. And they just needed to stay within one score so they can keep giving the ball to Carson, who is their biggest offensive weapon. But once it's separated, they just didn't have the offense to catch up. And Davin Freeman missed some open guys. He had a lot of drop passes tonight, which was really tough. And then he was forced to throw, and there was just there was nothing there for him. So a tough night for him too.
All right, we'll take a commercial break, and we will come back and name our player of the game tonight. A couple to choose from General McLane. Stick with us as we continue along on the Valerio's Restaurant and Pizzeria postgame show. Back in just a moment.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to make becoming a member easy. Walk in, sign up, and start saving. We tend to your needs with lower rates, fewer fees, and personalized service. 10 to joining, 10 to thriving, 10 to enjoying the benefits today. Easy to join, built for you. 10-2 Credit Union.
Hi, Bob Ferrando here. And I'm really sorry to say, but winter is on its way. But what I'm happy to say is we've got the best deal in town on Bronco Sport 4x4s to get you through it. Get yours now for $356 a month with no money down.
Or if you want a pre-owned Escape 4x4, we have 6 to choose from, starting at just $17,999. If luxury 4x4s are what you're looking for, choose from over 10 Lincolns from just $17,888.
So whatever your needs are, we have it at Bob Ferrando Ford World in Girard.
Plastech is a global manufacturing company rooted right here in Erie, Pennsylvania, producing parts that keep the world moving forward by people from right here in our community. A sustainable, innovative, and driven family business, all of our facilities are well equipped with a variety of technology, machinery, knowledge, skill, and talent. Design, build, manufacture. Plastech is proud to call this place home.
Craving authentic Italian flavors? Step into Valerio's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. Our food is made with the freshest ingredients where every bite is an escape to Italy. From fresh and delicious pizzas to calzones, wings, soups, and many other appetizers. Not only can you get our delicious food in our 3 locations, we also offer catering services. From business luncheons to weddings, we have your catering needs covered. So bring the whole family or make it a date night. It'll be an experience you won't forget.
Valerio's, fresh from Italy to you.
At 10-2 Credit Union, we tend to your financial needs, starting with lower credit card rates. Because when we tend to your budget, you can tend to what matters most. Tend to your dreams. Tend to your future. Tend to credit card rates that work for you. Lower rates, better living. 10-2 Credit Union.
Erie News Now and Valerio's Italian Restaurant Player of the Game.
We welcome you back to the Valerio's Restaurant and Pizzeria postgame show. Valerio's Pizza with 3 locations on East 38th, Powell Avenue, and on West 32nd. It is that time of the night and plenty of options to choose for our player of the game, Jamie. But it was the man directing the offense all night between handing it off and throwing a couple of touchdowns here tonight that really stood out as just the leader of this group.
Yeah, Matt Caro is just his numbers are unbelievable. He pushing 300 again tonight. He came in with 2,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions on the season, which is just insane. He added to those numbers today. He makes great reads. A lot of his passes are pop passes or short passes, but then he comes out and makes a great read and recognizes the missed assignment on defense and takes advantage of it, and that's what makes him a great quarterback. And so we could give it to a lot of players, but, handing it to Caro for his leadership.
Shout out Charlie Bennett at 68 yards, 5 different receivers, had a catch tonight. You also had guys like McConnell come up with not only a couple of catches, an interception. Holler had a fumble recovery tonight, and a number of great players. But Matt Caro is tonight's player of the game. A big thanks to Valerio's, as he will have a shirt and be recognized tonight on Football Fridays. Matt Caro, tonight's player of the game. Well, partner, that'll do it for Week 9, 28-14, the final here. Next week, the Battle of the Bridge is up for the group. Again, for General McLane, their regular season comes to a close tonight as they await their postseason play coming up in a couple of weeks in the District 10 4A playoffs. For Cathedral Prep, they have Farrell next week as it currently stands, but should be a good one for the Battle of the Bridge to close out the regular season.
Yeah, Harbor Creek's going to be a heavy favorite, but, you get into that. We're contractually obligated to say you got to throw out the records, and that's what you kind of do. You have to say it. But for years they didn't play, and in the last 20 years they finally started to play every year, and it's very fun for those 2 great communities.
So for all of our crew here tonight, and Sean Barta, and Jason Klocko, Connor Haas, Chris Peterson, and the many folks working back at our master control as well. For Jamie Murphy, I'm John Leidig. Thanks so much for watching here on the Erie News Now Game of the Week. We will head to Harbor Creek next week again for one final time. The final score here tonight, General McLane 28 and Cathedral Prep 14. An 8-game win streak for the Lancers, who get the big victory over the Ramblers here tonight. Have a great weekend, everyone.
What if where you banked made a difference? What if that bank were the only one headquartered right here, and every dollar stayed here to empower businesses to create jobs, empower families to prosper, empower our communities to be better places? Because after all, we're in this together, and where you bank does matter. Be empowered at Marquette Savings Bank.
We tackle some of Erie's toughest and dirtiest jobs, so you don't have to. We're Haul Pros, Erie's 5-star rated junk removal service. From estate cleanouts to hoarding situations, our team delivers results you can see the same day. Families and business owners trust us because we show up prepared, handle every detail, and leave nothing behind but relief. Call today and mention you saw us on TV for $50 off your next cleanout. Results first, that's our promise.
The holidays are upon us, and when your friends party, they spill their drinks. When they spill their drinks, it ruins your floors, and ruined floors make you mad.
What's his problem?
This year, be ready with durable waterproof planks from Erie Floors, with wear layers that'll withstand your fiendish visitors and their dreadful spills. Just make sure you come and see us before your guests arrive, because you never know what you'll spill this holiday season. Erie Floors, our world is under your feet.
Plastech is a global manufacturing company rooted right here in Erie, Pennsylvania, producing parts that keep the world moving forward by people from right here in our community. A sustainable, innovative, and driven family business, all of our facilities are well equipped with a variety of technology, machinery, knowledge, skill, and talent to design, build, manufacture. Plastech is proud to call this place home.